Bless me, O internet, for I have sinned. Hey everyone, the White Bowser here, and I just want to say to all you, Merry Christmas! And boy and howdy do I got news to tell you right now.
My friends, what we are here to do today is to go over the story of one Earl Doobie the White Bowser. Now listen, if you don't know anything about this guy, I bet you that intro would have you thinking he's some wacky individual on the internet who's probably just got a bunch of really crazy stories out there. And while yes, that is true, Earl can be quite a character, this is also a story of one of the most degenerate, careless predators I've ever seen online. From groping his underage co-worker while he was 28 years old at the movie theater he worked at, to then going back to that exact same movie theater to deliver a bomb threat that he thought was going to happen over a YouTube comment he misinterpreted. Later on, it was found out that Earl ran a grooming Discord server that was one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard about, and this is all on top of him doing so many heinous things over the years, where it's going to take a long time to sum all this up. So I think the best place to start is where Earl got all the recognition that he so desperately wanted throughout his life. You see, Earl makes anime music videos, or also pony music videos, and he does this really well, his words not mine. And shortly before myself and my community found out about this guy, he was on his YouTube channel just bragging about getting placed in an AMV competition at a recent convention he had went to, and so he made the video you're about to see now to boast about this accomplishment.
Your boy, Earl Doobie, placed in an actual AMV competition. Now, I'll say this much. I entered my anime music video in the exhibition placement of the AMV competition. So I didn't exactly officially enter the competition, but my AMV did place in the exposition. And if you want to see my AMV, that placed in the exposition of the AMV, competition, the anime convention, you can go right here. Here is the video that placed in that exposition. Now, I want to take this moment to acknowledge the elephant in the room. To all those lovely PMV, Pony Music Video community members and video editors out there, you know who you are. The same type of people who I bullied, who I was an asshole to, who I might have been a little bit of a but you see, here's the point here. Here's the point. Every time one of you said that I wasn't a good video editor, every time one of you said that I'll never be good enough, I never listened to any of you, did I? No, I did not. And now, this Christmas, I climbed higher than I ever have before, and one of my music videos placed in an actual exposition at a major anime convention, SAC Anime Winter 2023. But anyways, this just goes to show you that when you enter, or the next time I do enter a music video competition, I won't be going for exposition. I will be going for the actual major competition. Because you see, here's what I know now. Here's what I know. I've always been a professional video editor. I've always been the best video editor. And every single time one of you knocked me down, every single time one of you said I wasn't good enough, well, maybe I just did prove you wrong this Christmas. Eh? Did I not? You gonna cry? I hope you do. Trust me, the teasing I do to the My Little Pony music video community will never stop. I swear they all hate me so much, and I love all of them so much. I really do. It's like I love them, they hate me. Anyways, you recognize this right here, Pony Music Video Community, for the one outlier, the one outcast in your community, the chaotic evil himself. He just placed his music video, his video edit. He just placed. What you gonna do now the next time you say, oh, the TheWhiteBowser's not good enough? He's not a good video editor. What you gonna say to that, huh? What you gonna say to that? I wanna know. I wanna know from every single one of you Fluttershy simps. I really do. Oh, I really do. You know when I said this isn't my final form? I really wasn't lying. 'Cause you wanna know why? I am the greatest video editor that has ever lived. And boy and howdy, I'm just getting started. So welcome. I am the TheWhiteBowser, Earl Doobie, Pony Music Video. Take this as a warning. The next time you see me, I won't be in the exposition. I'm gonna be in first goddamn place. Let's be honest. We all knew this day was coming. I am launching the Patreon. And as you can see, I put on this costume because I want your money. And that's about as much poetry as I'm gonna give ya.
Around the time that Bowser uploaded that incredibly braggadocious video with the Pony Music Video community and all that, he also uploaded this video promoting his new Patreon. This all took place around the end of November, maybe December 2022, and Bowser here was more than adamant that placing in that competition was going to be the beginning to a bustling PMV career, and I believe this is why he was pushing his Patreon so greatly at the time. But little did he know that shortly after this, the Patreon, the PMV stuff, all of it would just be a distant memory, because now he was going to have to deal with a whole bunch of more bullshit that he himself started.
Tier 1, you will be a Goomba. You will get private access to my private Discord server. In this private Discord server, multiple times per week, I will be streaming myself making YouTube content in the voice channel. That's right, you can see behind the scenes footage of me, video editing when I want to. You also get to commentate on my video editing. Trust me, I am indeed an incredibly boring commentator when I'm video editing. Not really when I'm gaming, but more so when I'm video editing. I'm just sort of a little bit quiet. But you get to see behind the scenes footage of me video editing. Also, you get to be a moderator on my YouTube channel if you donate $2 per month as the Goomba tier. Also, you get a thank you message at the end of each major video I make. Whether it be a video essay, or a music video, or a TV spot. You get a private thank you message at the end of that video that you are my Patreon and you indeed gave me your money. So, $2 per month for that tier. The second tier, tier 2, you get to be a Koopa Trooper. All the other benefits from the previous tier are included, but this time, I am more so in your debt. You want to know why? Because at that tier, I will be mailing you a t-shirt. That's right. I'll mail you a t-shirt. Now, of course, this is $4 per month. But when you sign up for the $4 per month subscription to my Patreon, then it will ask you for your shipping address. Now, it is only asking you for your shipping address so I can, in fact, mail a t-shirt to your house. And yes, I will also be giving you my private business email too, so you can include details. You can give me details of what you want your customized t-shirt to say and look like, and I will create that t-shirt for you lickety split. And you'll also get my personal email, of course. Tier 2 Koopa Trooper, you get early access. That is right. Starting this year on my Patreon, I will be releasing all my anime music videos 1 week early on my Patreon. So if you want to see my music videos 1 week early on my Patreon, you gotta donate $4 per month. You gotta give me your money. Okay, anyways. At tier 3, you are a Yoshi. And that means you get all the previous perks. Discord, thank you message, link to private Discord server, moderator on my YouTube channel, custom t-shirt, mailed to your house, and you will also get my business email as well. That's right, you'll get my business email to give me all the details of what you want your custom t-shirt to look like when I mail it to your house. That is so, and also you'll get early access to all of my music videos, 1 week early access. And here's the kicker. I won't just mail you. Did I really cut myself? Oh my gosh, I cut myself. Wow, I cut myself while making this video. That's a bad omen. Maybe I shouldn't create Patreon. Yeah, you see, there's... can you see the cut? I just made a blood oath. Look at that cut on my finger. I just made a blood oath. But I just made a blood oath by making this Patreon. Hot damn. Anyways, at tier 3, I will also make you a TV spot for your favorite movie. That's right. You remember how I used to make TV spots back in 2021 for famous movies? Well, if you have a favorite movie, and keep in mind this movie has to be at least 90 minutes long. And why I say that is because the movie has to have enough B-roll or video footage in it for me to make a TV spot out of it, okay? So if you have a favorite movie that you love to death, tell me what it is. Email it to me. I will make that TV spot for you as a digital commission if you donate $8 per month. Once again, you have to give me your money. Let me see if I can add some blood. Blood? There. Yeah, I signed the blood oath. I signed the blood oath with my Patreon. So there you go. So yeah, now you can commission me to do work for you, and I will be in your debt. Now, granted, if you do donate $8 per month to me, then yes, I will in fact mail multiple customized t-shirts to your house. Not just one. I might mail two. I might mail 2 customized t-shirts to your house. Bear in mind, you do have to message me via email what exactly you want your customized t-shirt to look like, so I can in fact mail it to you. And yes, the tier 3 $8 per month will be asking for your shipping and mailing address, so I can in fact mail that t-shirt to your house. And yes, you'll get to be a Discord, you'll get access to my Discord and everything else. All the details are on my new Patreon page. You can in fact see it down in the description below. Yes, TheWhiteBowser. I am in fact launching a business. Give me your money. I want your money. I can't say it any other different way.
shortly after this video took place, TheWhiteBowser would make one of the biggest mistakes of his life. You see, TheWhiteBowser liked to frequent the Discord servers of YouTubers who he had watched at the time, including myself, Count Dankula, Technicals. These are all things that Bowser himself has made known over the years. And while he was in my server, he decided to tell an army veteran who was simply talking to people about how he was in a bad place and he wasn't feeling right in a good headspace after coming home from fighting, and Bowser here decided to tell him that if it was so bad, then maybe he should just end it all. And that is something that Bowser will go on to claim time and time again that he never said, he never did. However, later in the video, we'll find the apology from that very night that he gave to that army veteran, a very half-assed one at that. After that happened, Bowser gained the attention of most members of my server. He went from some guy in the background that no one paid attention to somebody people were now actively trying to mess with and get information out of. Over the next few days, people would have Bowser in voice calls because he would tend to frequent those on Discord pretty often, and they would grill him with questions to see how he answered them. One of them being what type of NSFW material he liked watching. And without even needing to think about it, TheWhiteBowser started to talk about how he would watch these anime cartoons where there would be underage girls being hypersexualized. And this is his words, not mine. You'll hear this a lot again throughout the course of the video. Bowser seems to find no problem in this and would attempt to gleefully explain to people how it's just cartoons. Yes, the girls may be depicted in that manner, but it doesn't matter because it's just cartoons. It's not a real person, completely trying to put aside the thought that just making that material in general is incredibly disgusting. Now, if you're one of these people who will sit there and say that it is just cartoons, the guy's not hurting anybody, well, then shortly afterwards, people found out that he did hurt somebody, because Bowser, just a few years before this, had worked at a movie theater, and in June of 2021, he had groped an underage co-worker and was then fired for it. At the time, and still to this day, Bowser will vehemently claim she was 18 and he wasn't fired, and nobody has any hard feelings against him, but as I've said numerous times, as the story goes on, you will see that begin to change and change and change. After this, Bowser was then kicked from the server, and members of the old Discord decided to try to follow Bowser around to any other server he was in to see what type of time this guy was on. And well, it didn't take them too long to find Bowser's own personal Discord, and in there they were calling him again a predator and this, that, and the third, and Bowser didn't like it very much. Now at the time, I wasn't very attentive of this situation. People had brought this guy and all his shenanigans to my attention, and then once we got him out of the server, I didn't think it was any problem. The dude's gone, and that's that. But then an old Cyrax troll named MF Goon got in touch with TheWhiteBowser and told him that he had heard through the grapevine that myself, Music Biz Marty, and Cyrax were in a three-way content ring farm where we would all profit off of Cyrax's rages. And this, despite being an absolutely asinine claim, is something that Bowser ran with. And he decided that he needed to sit down in front of his computer and expose me for the terrible person I am, because my whole community started exposing him for the terrible person he was. But I am getting a little bit ahead of myself, because before he dropped that video, he dropped the one you're about to see now, where he calls it the argument between anime and pedophilia. And something I feel the need to bring up, since it's involving me at the beginning, is that he claims that I have made videos talking about this topic beforehand. Not then nor now have I ever made a video discussing the difference between anime and pedophilia, so I'm not sure what Bowser meant by that. However, he does blame me for everything people in my community do, so I think because people were calling him out at the time, saying that these cartoons were like pure predator shit, Bowser did not understand that, and he made this video to let people know the real truth, or at least what he thought was the truth.
Let's start a new series on my YouTube channel, TheWhiteBowser. So honestly, I've wanted to have a bit of a discussion on this topic for a very long time. I see some of my favorite YouTube creators covering the news about it, including Technicals and Smokey McCrack. A few days ago, on my private Discord server, there was a raid. The nature of this raid and why and how it happened are unknown. Now, naturally, the group of actors seemed to want to be my friends at first, so I allowed them free roam on my Discord server, and then everyone got together in voice chat. And then I honestly have no fucking idea what happened next. Still really confused, honestly. Basically, I was accused of being a pedophile. The basis of this claim is that I admitted that I found scenes from the Japanese cartoons called Tawawa Monday and Freezing to be sexually attractive. For context, the female cartoon characters in this anime are portrayed and drawn to be hypersexualized on purpose by the manga artists. But on that basis alone, that labels me as a because those females in the cartoon are below the age of 18. Now, me being bipolar, autistic, and retired, I felt the need to defend myself against these accusations. I should know better than to don't feed the trolls. So, the whole harassment attack lasted for about 3 hours. And at the end, I banned every one of them. Afterwards, I was so depressed by the accusations I decided to message my licensed professional psychiatrist about the incident. Because, here's the thing, if it is true that I medically have a problem, I will fix it. And what better person to ask than someone who is a licensed doctor? So here you can see the entire message I wrote out to my psychiatrist, Dr. David Guffey. Let's see what his response is. Hey, Earl Libby from the future here. If you have an IQ greater than or equal to Chris Chan, unlike this marijuana addict who has a job in the information technology field, and read the message my psychiatrist said to me, my psychiatrist, the professionally licensed doctor, also told me to contact my social worker/therapist about these false accusations. So I did. Here we can see me messaging my therapist, Dr. Jeffrey DeVore, a licensed professional in behavioral medicine. Let's see what his response is. I want all of you sociopaths to be very clear about what you are. You people are sadists. You center your entire livelihood around finding a random individual and getting them to admit or say one thing. You record it and then you use it to ruin their lives. This is how you losers get your kinks. Please be aware, Smokey McCrack, these sadists are lurking in your fan base, in your community, and they attacked me. Let me educate all of you on some real medical psychology. As my therapist, Jeffrey DeVore, said, there are two things in the human mind, ego-sanic and ego-alien. When you are ego-sanic, like Chris Chan, you feel no remorse, no shame, no guilt, no distress when an accusation is made towards you about you raping your mother, and rightfully so, you go to prison for it. When you are ego-alien, like me, Earl Doobie, you feel afraid, panic, defensive, angry when an accusation is made towards you about being a pedophile. The DSM-5 definition of a pedophile is, the medical definition is, an adult who does not sleep. They actively, they purposefully hunt, stalk, prey, and traumatize real children. A real pedophile is ego-sanic. They feel no remorse for their actions because it is who they are. I, Earl Doobie, am ego-alien. I was so utterly disgusted and repulsed by what you sadists said about me and accused me of that I had a full-blown anxiety attack, and now I am taking a new medication to stop it from ever happening again. I am not a pedophile. And I was told by two doctors who have 20 plus years of medical experience, unlike you single-cell brain individual trolls, that I am not a pedophile. And I want to make it utterly clear, definitively, if any human being ever accuses me of being a ever again, then yes, I can legally sue them for character defamation, slander, and emotional distress. That means you too, Chris Hansen. Stop attacking people for jacking off to Dark Magician Girl. I want to thank Smokey McCracken's fanbase for invading my private Discord server and acting as a bunch of manipulators. And you question why I left your toxic, degenerate fanbase. Bad actors whose only job in life is to coax a person into saying or admitting one thing and then put it on Twitter and ruin their lives. I also want to thank my real friends like Alan for being understanding towards this whole situation and accusations being thrown around by internet trolls. And I want to congratulate these trolls on their Twitter logic too. Also, seeing Carol once again tell me to leave them. And she is right, I should leave them. I am not a bad actor. These internet trolls are the real bad actors. Furthermore, I want to be clear that, going forward, because of internet trolls, I will now be playing Genshin Impact in solo mode. I explained this to two supposed internet friends who told me they are under the age of 18. Because of idiots on the internet, Genshin Impact Gaming will be in solo mode from now on. Let's also point out one of my friends, Eric on Twitter from my university, who actively streams on Twitch drawing his creative manga. For reference, he also admitted to jacking off to Freezing, which is a fictional Japanese cartoon about a bunch of super hyper-sexualized 17-year-olds. Now, let's form the basis of having a rational medical argument. Who is correct here? This Google definition of or a licensed professional psychiatrist? I think the smart people in the room can answer that question. Here's the crux of everything, as my employee Carol, who is a woman in her early 20s, said right here. If the internet wishes to continue its crusade against pedophiles, a line in the sand needs to be drawn. Otherwise, every single man who has ever jacked off to suggestive Japanese cartoons is a pedophile. And I can personally guarantee you right now, at this very moment, there's a group of university or college students who are all grown men, are sitting together in a dorm room, and they are all watching hentai anime and making inappropriate innuendo jokes about it. Trust me, Urban Dictionary is full of them. Heck, I'm pretty sure even Muaha from Some Ordinary Gamers has admitted he's jacked off to suggestive and sexual Sonic fan art. Let's also make one more reference. Saberspark's YouTube channel literally covers everything around adult-oriented sexual cartoons that also, signify stuff like freezing. So if you want to accuse me, go ahead and accuse Saberspark too. And all these men go on to live completely normal lives, like my friend Jordan, who has a wife and 2 daughters. So if Chris Hansen wants to go to war and incriminate the entire anime board on 4chan, then be my guest. Because, let's be clear here, let's be rational. These hypersexualized 17-year-olds are not real. They are cartoons. They are fictional. On that basis of the argument being presented, the point being made here by the trolls is, cartoons, whether fictional or not, should be treated on the basis of the same way as a real human or child. Now, if the Internet Pedophile Hunting Brigade wants to fight for the rights of cartoons to be treated the same as a real human being or child, then welcome to the Steven Universe fanbase!
The next video is the one where Bowser feels like he has enough to finally call me out. He's had enough of my community going after him, and he uploaded this video called Smokey McCrack is a Well, you know what he's gonna say in this video.
And we are live indeed. welcome to a little bit of an exposure video on Smokey McCrack. To get started, let's start off with what happened yesterday. Yesterday, I made a little something towards Smokey. What's crazy is that since I revealed oh crap, hold on. Since I revealed that Smokey McCrack is actually McCrack-alluding with Cyrax, Smokey then got Cyrax to give me a phone call because I was targeting their cash flow. Isn't that interesting? You know the address that we were looking for? The address that we got? The address that well, at first I assumed it was Maggie who was calling me, but it wasn't. It wasn't Maggie. It was Cyrax who was calling me. Right there. Boop 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 boop. Dang. I better get a glass of water for this. I really better. Because, oh, dude almighty. This is just way too good to be true, isn't it? Way too good to be true. But beyond that, though, beyond the fact that Smokey, you see that's the whole thing, right? Music Biz Marty targets Cyrax, makes him angry. Cyrax goes live, makes a stream about it, and then Smokey makes a video about it for infinite content farming, infinite money. You know, all three people working together. Even Smokey colluding with a pedophile like Cyrax in order to make money. Kind of interesting how that goes, huh? Kind of interesting, because this was the phone number that gave me a phone call yesterday, live on stream. This was also the same phone call that said they were gonna shoot up my house with blanks, I think, or something like that. This was the same phone call that said they were gonna take a mop to my house and clean it. Oh my god, that's hilarious. It is. I wonder if people should start calling this phone number right now. Thanks, Cyrax, for leaking your phone number. Thank you so much, Cyrax, for leaking your phone number. So, beyond that. Alright, so now that we've almost definitively established that Smokey McCrack is a complete fraud. Yeah, look at this, dude. Don't block that. So that makes that Smokey blocked you. It makes me look like he's It makes him look like he's hiding something. I can't. The chat's gone, dude. Kind of mad right now. All you have to do is look up his Discord chat. Got you. See, I can be smart too. True. See, that's how I do it. Amazing, isn't it? Amazing. All I did was say I masturbated to anime titties. My god, Lamau. I just need 2 to 5 screenshots from you confirming everything is fake. Yep, Smokey is a grifter. Might even be colluding with a pedophile like Cyrax. Now that is a lol cow. Am I right? Am I right? Let's go look at this. Let's go look at this screenshot. And tell me who the third man is. Chance Wilkins. Chance Wilkins is Rax's real name. Am I to believe these 3 guys are in a private server doing drugs and fucking with Cyrax just for YouTube money? Wait, what? No fucking way. I just got a chill down my spine. So it's just one big content farm then. 3 guys working together all for money. MBM fucks the Cyrax. Cyrax puts on a show for views. Smokey makes a video about it. Rinse and repeat. Dun dun dun. You know, I got further proof too that just scrolling up, scrolling all the way up. Scrolling all the way up, how Smokey's community even targeted Pete, who's a transgender. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Smokey's community openly targeted someone who's LGBT, and openly called for him to commit. I have evidence of that too.
Now, since this is a documentary, I'm not going to be cutting in like at all. However, in this one moment, I feel like it is imperative to do so, since this Pete person will come to be known as Bowser's mortal enemy far down the line.
So once again, there are predators who prey on their own. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing how they still have people, on their side. I don't understand. All I said was I find anime titties attractive. That's all I freaking said is I find anime titties attractive, and yet you guys are actually in cahoots with a literal or someone who likes to associate themselves with a pedophile for money. If I have to collect more evidence, I can and I shall. If I continue to be harassed, I can and I shall. My life is going great. I have a job right now. I have money. I am doing fan-fucking-tastic. But that's the craziest thing right now with this whole thing. Yeah, it's my dude, this is insane. This is like a weird gay opening. This is really, really weird. This is like a homegrown American version of those Chinese streaming factories. What? That's batshit insane, Earl. If you get the proof though, dang it. I'm gonna get something to drink. I just woke up to do this video. So, but that's the whole thing, though. You see, I have an inside agent. See, MBM is sketchy as fuck. So, if I have to collect more evidence that, Smokey is colluding with Cyrax, and MBM is just colluding with Cyrax as well, that means two people are in cahoots with a like Cyrax. And it's just one massive content farm, all for money. So tell me again why I'm being targeted. Tell me again why me, the anime nerd, is being targeted. The anime fanboy. Why am I being targeted? Why am I being targeted when Smokey could possibly be colluding with a legit? Maybe we should watch this video again. So now that we've also established that, Smokey is colluding with Cyrax, and he got Cyrax to give me a phone call last night. Doesn't that mean that Smokey is a lolcow channel that is actually literally already a lolcow? Damn, that is some nice set of tits. Okay, so beyond that though, Smokey, I want to hear from you at 3 p.m. today in your exclusive new Meet the Lolcows video. I wonder what this is going to be. Keep in mind, Smokey, if you make a video on me, then I'm going to report your YouTube channel. I am. Kind of done with it, honestly. The whole thing here is that Smokey's YouTube channel is completely built on lies and fake content. Now, listen very closely. And if I am not left alone, if I am continuously preyed upon, then I'm just going to keep on coming out with more evidence to support that Smokey McCrack is a complete fake and fraud. That he's a grifter. Not really afraid of anything that will happen to me, okay? Because I have a life, and you losers don't. You're just a bunch of drug addicts who don't know right from left or up from down. So, let's get something straight while we're at it. I am not the pedophile. Smokey is the one colluding with the Smokey and MBM and Cyrax are the one colluding to make one giant massive content farm. And all of this, thanks to motherfucking Goon, isn't it? All of this, thanks to motherfucking Goon. I gotta trademark this. And I looked and behold the TheWhiteBowser, and his name was Earl, and death followed with him.
At the very end of that video there, Earl brings up how at the time I had a Meet the Lolcows video where I was going to talk about a new guy that I hadn't talked about on the channel before, and I had dropped it as a mystery, not letting people know who it was about. Well, I assume Bowser watched that video premiere with all the fear in his heart thinking that it would be him, but it was actually my very first video on Daniel Larson. Now, here's the thing though, those videos I would upload like sporadically every few months. However, just 3 days later, another Meet the Lolcows was dropped just randomly because I had to do it because of another person's antics. I think you can assume who that one person was, but to get there I do need to take a few steps back, and I know my storytelling is all out of place, ladies and gentlemen, but what else do you expect from a guy who doesn't write scripts and does these while incredibly baked? Throughout the month of January 2023, Bowser was making the videos that we just watched there. He was going off on people, calling me a predator, trying to get back at my community any way he could for all those people rightfully calling him a predator. And so at the beginning of the month, a YouTube user named JoJo's Woodshed decided to leave a comment under one of TheWhiteBowser's YouTube videos, in which they said, "Dear Strongbad, ever notice how creepy Homestar Runner has been acting? I think the King of Town should address this. P.S. Don't go to the movies with him anymore. Sincerely, Viklaus from Sweden." Now, any normal person reading that would probably just brush it off and go, okay, that's a reference to some TV show or something like that. But not Earl Doobie, not the TheWhiteBowser. He saw this comment, got right in his car, went to the movie theater that he had been fired from, and claimed that there was an explosive of some sort inside of the movie theater, and Earl felt that by going there and letting everyone know that he would be the one to put a stop to it and could look like the hero in that situation. Earl still to this day will claim that the trolls made him do it and put him in the mental hospital afterwards, because after he did this he had a 2-week stay in a mental health facility, and Earl will consistently blame JoJo's Woodshed, will blame anyone from my community for doing that to him, despite him somehow interpreting that comment as a call to go to that specific movie theater and to stop the apparent attack that was going to happen at this movie theater. Now, Earl went on to claim that even the people at the movie theater and the cops all were on his side because, as this story will go on, you'll notice that everybody is on Earl's side when you can't ask them for their own opinion, you know? We had no way to get in touch with his co-workers or the police, and nobody was even trying to because no one wanted to bring them into this. However, about a year after all this took place, a Freedom of Information Act request was filed, and we now have the actual, the documents from the police officer who was there that day and what Earl's manager said and everything like that. And I was going to wait till later to read this, but I think there's no better time than to show you what actually happened that day and how Earl did not come off looking like the hero that he so desperately wanted to be. So the report starts by saying that the officer was dispatched to Imagine Movie Theater for a threat CFS. Dispatched advised a white male, Earl David Doobie, went into Imagine Theater and told staff he believed the theater was under threat of attack due to a YouTube comment on his channel. Upon arrival, the officer spoke with the senior manager of Imagine Theater in the lobby of the complex. The deputy arrived on the scene to assist. The manager advised there was no threat to the movie theater at the time, and he also advised that Earl was a past employee who had been terminated over a year ago due to inappropriate behavior with a female employee in which Earl allegedly groped her. The manager explained that Earl approached the manager and several other staff of Imagine Theater and said the theater could get possibly shot up or bombed, and he had a YouTube comment which he referenced. The manager then informed the officer that the YouTube comment did not even mention Imagine Theater and was a reference to an early 2000s animated TV show Homestar Runner, in which a character, King of Town, is referenced. The manager further explained that after Earl was terminated, he continued to send letters to both Imagine Theater and the employee that he groped. The manager identified this girl as the employee that Earl inappropriately touched in the past. The manager believed Earl's statements and the visit to the movie theater was a direct ploy to get attention from the girl he groped. The manager advised that Earl suffers from autism and bipolar disorder and can go into a manic state of mind. The manager asked Earl be formally trespassed due to prior behavior and the incident tonight. An interview with Earl now, they said that they spoke with Earl, who appeared to be in a panicked and a paranoid state of mind. Earl said he had evidence the theater was going to be attacked. I asked Earl to show me the evidence, to which he showed me a comment on his YouTube channel. The post was shared by quote-unquote JoJo's Woodshed. Ever noticed how creepy Homestar Runner has been acting? I think the King of Town should address this. P.S. Don't go to the movie theaters with him anymore. Sincerely, Viklaus from Sweden. So again, Earl turned this harmless YouTube comment into a terrifying day for everyone who worked at that movie theater, completely wasted the police's time, which he's known to do, and then got put in a mental institution for 2 weeks. And when he got out, he was not happy. He was accusing us again of being the ones to put him in there, saying that everyone calling him a predator was not justified in doing so. So the days went on in the month of January once Bowser got home, and then he was given that previously mentioned information that myself, Music Biz Marty, and Cyrax were all working together. He dropped that video calling me a predator supporter, and then claimed that if I made a video on him, that I would be taken down. Bowser would report it, no matter what. And it's really funny that he says that, considering that even before all this came out, and he didn't even know what I was going to talk about or put in the video, he was so willing to use YouTube's automated systems to try to get any type of criticism about him off of there. And that's something we may have to worry about with this video today, because I guarantee you TheWhiteBowser is going to be flagging this, trying to get it taken down in any way he can, and he just may. So if this does get taken down, we'll have it backed up over on Rumble, and if you want to re-upload this on your own channel, go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Just get the word about Earl Doobie out there. So a few days after that last video we watched was made, I then ended up making a video called Meet the Lolcows, TheWhiteBowser. And Bowser was not too happy about this, especially being labeled a lolcow by a YouTuber who he used to watch. Now, the thing about all this is that Bowser is still a man of his word. He did go out there, and he did report this video. Now, it didn't go down, and that made Bowser even more upset, because he believed that everything we said in this video was slander. Now, for the most part, the entire video is really covering a lot of the stuff we covered in Chapter 1 of this documentary. But then at the very end, I bring up the fact that somebody from my Discord had posed as a 17-year-old, went into Bowser's server, and even let them know that they were 17, but Bowser just simply didn't want to do nothing about it. As a matter of fact, Bowser wanted that person to keep it under wraps so he wouldn't get in trouble for it. So I'll show that part of the video right now. Bowser was not aware that people were in his Discord. And a bunch of people found this guy out after all this shit kept happening. Like I said, we have 1,000 members in our Discord now. The word got around pretty fast in there. And one of the people who went in there, I'm going to keep their identity private because Bowser doesn't even know who this is. But they joined and told Bowser that they were 17 years old. And Bowser's first thing to ask for was their ID. Now, why did he ask for this after hearing that they were 17 years old? I don't know. But let's get into the conversation now, because there are screenshots of this. Screenshots that I know the TheWhiteBowser does not want people to see. But let's look at it. Bowser says, "So if you can confirm with me with a picture of state ID, then we can proceed. Because if the psychopaths suspect that you are below 18, then they will ride with that even though I am not a pedophile." Yeah, all that matters to him is how these psychopaths and all see him, and so they can't bother him anymore. Doesn't matter if this girl's below 18, he just needs to have proof so that they don't go after him more. But as you're coming to find out, this person tells him that no, they are not 18. That doesn't stop Bowser from continuing this conversation. The person tells Bowser, if you have my docs, what if they hack it for me? Basically saying, Bowser, if I send you my ID and you get hacked, what if I lose all my shit too? Isn't asking for it risking them going after me too? Because Bowser was telling the trolls, bring it on and all this shit. Also, we're not ERPing or doing anything besides talking. You talking to a minor isn't pedophilia. If they run with the pedophilia allegations over just talking to a minor, they may be guilty of libel. And Bowser, after hearing that was enough for Bowser. Bowser says, that is technically true. Fine, don't show me your ID, just literally tell me your age. And so this person told them. And Bowser responded, alright then, do me a favor. Never type out you are 17 anywhere when you mention me on the internet. And the person says, got it. So Bowser's cool with having these kids in his community. Just don't tell anyone about it, you know? You don't want anyone to know you're talking to these 17-year-olds, but you doing it in private, that's your personal business. Why should anyone know about it? Fuck this guy, dude. This was really the first instance of people seeing minors and Bowser being creepy with them in his own Discord server. It would not be the last, though, as we would come to find out that he had an entirely different private Discord server that was one of the most heinous things we had ever seen. But another extremely heinous thing that people had found out about Bowser at the time was that he made a post on Reddit called The Day My Life Turned Into an Anime, in which he describes the day he groped his victim and tries to make himself sound like the hero. I feel like I've mentioned this before, but it's really, really disturbing to read, because he tries to make himself sound like the victim, tries to make it sound like he had no idea what happened, and even admits at one point that every woman at that movie theater he worked at felt creeped out by him. And so now to continue this story, I feel like I have to read you this entire Reddit post. So here we go. Disclaimer, this is the story of a man who flew too close to the sun. Some background on me. I'm highly religious and was raised to believe in Jesus Christ, God, and forgiveness, and all the love. Naturally, always going to church on the weekends and praying for all those weaker and poorer than me made me feel like I was secure in my life. And also, I was a man who absolutely adored the idea of making movies. So much so that when the opportunity came that I got a job at a movie theater, I thought I had hit the lottery. You know that expression, the American dream, where if you love what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life? That was me. Every hour of every day of every minute, I put on my uniform and went to the movie theater. Sure, the job only paid $12 an hour, but do you think I cared when I was so happy? You might think, how can you go to church on Saturdays and work at a movie theater? Aren't Saturdays the busiest day of the week for a movie theater? Isn't that illegal? But my boss didn't care. He let me do it. I was also, quite honestly, the greatest at my job. There was this one time where I served 400 people popcorn in the span of 4 hours. You might be wondering how I know that. Well, I looked at the computer screen and it said there were 400 admits in the past 4 hours. I was a machine. Naturally, I started to make many friends at the movie theater and got the habit of never wanting to leave. Even when my shift was over and I had to clock out, I would stay a while and mingle with my coworkers and then go see a movie for free with free popcorn and free drinks. One of my coworkers was once quoted as saying, "Dude, go home." But that's the problem. I really found my second home working at the movie theater. It was actually kind of funny because as I worked at the movie theater more and more, a piece of my vocabulary started to vanish. I literally forgot how to use foul language. There was never a moment where I swore at anyone or anything while I was working, no matter how mad a customer was at me or how cruel my situation was, to the point where, when I finally did swear, my boss looked over and said, "I don't ever think I've heard you swear." Even the common customers knew me. There was this one time where after lockdown, where I was behind the counter serving popcorn and two guys came up, one of them had a smile from ear to ear. I looked over and saw he was wearing a jersey with one of my favorite sports teams on it, and it was like instantly that dude had not seen me for a year, didn't know if I was alive, and yet still came back to the movie theater to wear that shirt just to make my day. And yes, I served him popcorn. It was like I had an identity now. The man who worked at the movie theater, was friends with everyone, and always served everyone popcorn. So you guys get it now. I was the spirit of the workplace, the man who found heaven on earth, and I was about to lose it all without having any memory of what happened. One night, I was working behind the popcorn counter and was called over by my boss for a nightly team meeting. This wasn't anything out of the ordinary. He always did it to make sure everyone knew what jobs everyone had to get done so everyone could work together and go home quicker. So I walked over there, and so did all of my coworkers. My boss talked to everyone and asked everyone what jobs were left for the day and how to work together to get everything done faster. At the end of the speech, one of my best friends at the movie theater, who I absolutely had a man crush on, even though I was straight, put his hand in the middle of the crowd. Now he always did this, and everyone was expected to do the same, like a sort of Power Rangers-esque fashion, and everyone would shout, "Go movie theater." However, one girl in the group did not want to do it, and she began walking away before everyone had a chance to put their hands in the middle. Not knowing what was going on in her head or why as she was walking away, I instinctively swung my arm around and grabbed her shoulder from the back. What happened next, to this day, I still have no memory of because it happened so darn fast. She turned around faster than lightning and said, "You better hustle." And yes, I'm not even sure that's what she said, because I don't remember. Also, when she turned around at breakneck speed, my hand moved from grabbing the back of her shoulder to the front of her chest. And yes, this all happened within the span of 5 seconds. When she stormed off, I was just standing in shock with all of my coworkers behind me. And they were all looking at me, and all I could say was, I should not have done that. The rest of the night went off very awkwardly. I started cleaning my station, and I couldn't find the girl I touched anywhere. A few minutes later, my boss told me to go home. I drove home in my head, saying, what just happened? What did I just do? The next day, I walked into work, not expecting anything to go wrong. That's when my manager walked up to me and told me to follow him into his office. He told me what happened last night, how everyone saw it, even though I had no recollection of it. I was so shocked and ashamed that I couldn't deal with it. I just said, I can't. I took off my gloves, threw them in the trash, clocked out, and drove home. This was the end of heaven on earth for me. It was really hard working at the movie theater after that. I did not have the courage to walk up to the woman I had assaulted and apologize. My boss said he was going to do an investigation if in fact other women in the movie theater felt I had wronged them in the same way. I said okay and really wasn't afraid he'd find anything. All the women there liked me. I had never received a complaint or notice about my work ethic, and do you really think if I loved my job this much that I would show emotion that I hated it? 2 weeks later, I was called back into his office. He said he interviewed all the girls at the movie theater and said most of them felt uncomfortable about how I treated them and how I spoke to them. I was shocked again. By now, you can probably guess I'm autistic, but I don't think that should excuse the fact that if a man is making you feel uncomfortable, then tell him. Otherwise, how does he know if you feel that way? He's trying to make it sound like it's the woman's fault that he made them feel uncomfortable. If you're smiling at him all the time and at everything he says and does, how can he expect to know you're crying inside when he's smiling back at you? At this point, I felt betrayed. All the friends I made at the movie theater, all the memories I had, and because of one simple accident I had no memory of doing, they now hated me. I felt cheated. After my boss visibly expressed his rage towards me, I signed the write-up papers and returned to my spot at the popcorn counter. Of course, you can imagine it felt like there was a bowling ball in my stomach, the kind of feeling you get when you know you're in hell and you gotta get out. So I served a few customers popcorn and told my coworker I was going to take a 30-minute break. This should have already been a red flag because I never do that, but my coworker said okay and took my spot. And I walked to the back room, clocked out, took off my uniform, threw it on the table, and walked out without saying a word or looking at anyone. And yeah, I drove home crying. I mean, it also didn't help my house was 2 miles away from the job, but I digress. 3 weeks later, I returned back to the movie theater just to say hi to all my friends. I knew I couldn't ask for my job back, and I didn't even want to, even though some of my coworkers literally said, "You can still work here," to which my manager said no. I know he was mad at me, but I didn't care. So I mingled at the movie theater, watched some sports, ate some food, which I happily paid for, and returned home. It was odd, because for the 3 hours I was at the movie theater, I was looking around and never saw the girl who I touched inappropriately. A week later, I returned to the movie theater to see a movie, but when I arrived, my manager pulled me aside. He wasn't acting angry with me anymore, and he said I wasn't in trouble. He told me that everyone knows it was an accident, but because of what happened, I traumatized this girl, and I was no longer allowed to linger at the movie theater anymore. Just watch a movie and leave, and I said okay. So yeah, I was cheated and I traumatized someone. How does this happen? After the movie was over, I literally ran out of the theater. I didn't want to be seen by anyone. I drove home and just lied on my bed. I always believed in forgiveness, but for the first time in my life, I could not forgive myself for what happened. My last act was I texted the movie theater management's cell phone because I was given the number and said, "I was told I can no longer linger at the movie theater even if it's to say hi to old friends. I was also told that because of the accident that happened with the girl that I now gave her PTSD. If this is the case, you will no longer see me come to the movie theater as a customer. This will be my final message to all the friends I made. If forgiveness and reconciliation cannot be facilitated between this situation, then I would rather go to a different movie theater. I cannot go to a place where I know I ruined someone's life and mental well-being. Please do not reply to this message. Just take it knowing that I need to move on if I am going to improve myself and become a better person. Thank you and goodbye." It was pretty hard dealing with the aftermath. I still have not seen this girl since. I want to apologize to her formally and in person. And yes, she has a boyfriend who I would happily get beaten up by if I could just say I'm sorry. I have a new job now. And in hindsight, I guess I should have known that no job lasts forever. All good things come to an end. The last job I quit because I was miserable, and the next job I quit because I made someone else miserable. And if misery exists in a job, it's time to find a new job. This was just one of the many horrible things people had found in Bowser's past, how he would make these situations so much about himself and act like he didn't even remember it, all to try to push any blame off himself and any responsibility, because if he can say that he didn't remember it happened, well then he should be cleared of it, right? But that's not how it works. However, Bowser wants that to be the way it works. Bowser was really, again, not happy with the situation, so he wanted to talk to some of the trolls and call them out face to face. And one night he got the opportunity because my friend Kiwi Tapes was streaming, and it was one of his first streams. Kiwi had just started his channel a few months prior, and he had noticed that Bowser was streaming over on Bowser's channel. So Kiwi invited him over, and they had a discussion about everything that had gone on. And it was a pretty funny stream with Bowser saying a lot of wacky shit, and a lot of the guys just calling him out for how crazy he was. And even after this, somehow Bowser thought that, hey, me and this Kiwi guy are going to be good friends. And so, because Bowser saw that Kiwi had an up-and-coming channel that was already infinitely bigger than his, well, Bowser decided, I'm going to start a podcast with this guy. And so Kiwi just, even though he knew how much of a piece of shit Bowser was, just to trick him and see what this guy would say, he agreed to it. And then the next week would be the first episode of Bowser's podcast, 110 Autism. Now, Bowser came up with that name himself. He told Kiwi that it would be a good one. And the following week, they went live on Kiwi's channel where Bowser was going to answer questions from the community. And it broke down pretty fast. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is the beginning of the 110 Autism podcast. A podcast that only spanned a few episodes, but in that time managed to be everything Bowser did not want on the internet. All of his bad, bullshit he had done in the past got brought back up. We saw Bowser get ripped to shreds verbally by tons of different people on the calls, and it was just a disaster for the guy because he had to face the reality of basically everything he had done. And so over the next hour or so, we're going to go through all these episodes, and by God, if you've never seen them, well, then you're in for a bit of a ride. Because in these podcasts, Bowser makes himself out to be just the kind of piece of shit that everyone expected him to be, and so many of the skeletons in his closet get brought up right to him, such as him making a post on Reddit called The Day My Life Turned Into an Anime, in which he goes into the groping that he did that day towards that minor and makes himself be the hero in that situation. He would also go on Reddit and just harass women who had breast problems. He talks about how he sees no problem with the hypersexualized cartoon minors he's attracted to. He explains being at a zoo with his very young cousin and trying to explain to his cousin the intricacies of an animal's cock. It's just, there's so much weird shit in these podcast episodes, and I don't really think there's anything left for me to say other than to show you them.
So, you have a Reddit, correct? You do have a Reddit account. I mean, you use Reddit. Or have used Reddit before.
Unfortunately, yes. So, for one for clout and two for RAMV. Yeah.
I don't know if looking for clout on Reddit is the right way to go, but to be fair,
there are worse things done for clout than farming karma.
I suppose that's true. But
have you seen prank channels, my guy?
I have, of course. I don't know anybody that has it, but my question was, by the way, so on your Reddit account, there was a particularly odd subreddit that we saw that you were in at some point, and I'm curious on the nature of this post because it was long deleted, but it was a particular subreddit. I can't remember the name to save the life of me, but it was a subreddit for women that share.
Wait, that was deleted? That was deleted?
It was, yes, whatever it was deleted. It's a Reddit. I don't know what the name is. It's a Reddit for women who. Hold on. Whoa, hey, we're getting hyped up real early in the stream here, boys.
Holy crap!
But there's a Reddit where women. It's for women who have larger breasts than normal, and they share the problems they have with one another. And something you said, I don't know what it was, got deleted from that Reddit. A post you made. You want to shed some light on that?
Well, first I want to know, was that subreddit really just recently deleted?
No, the subreddit wasn't deleted. A post that you made on the subreddit was deleted. And I want to know, I'm just curious what the nature of that post was, if it was so bad it got deleted. You know what I mean? I'm just curious.
Here's the thing. When I did FAP to the many posts on that subreddit, I didn't
trying too hard.
Oh wait, hold up, guys. We have another guest in the chat here.
Okay.
Oh boy! Oh, I better turn my phone on silent.
I think it is the man, the myth, the legend. Now,
Smokey?
Bowser.
What's that? Is that my boy Christian Sonic?
Please do not go straight for the throat with Smokey. It's a very delicate matter. Let's have a civil conversation.
Let's have civil. I've been one thing. My only defense to this question is this: when I went to the zoo with my little cousins and everyone and my whole family, I went to the zoo with them, and one of my littler cousins, not me, he pointed at a zebra's, cock. He pointed at it, and he was really small. He pointed at it, saying, "Hey, why does that cock look like a black dong?" So my little cousin said, "Why does that zebra's cock look like a black He said penis. Okay.
Yeah, we all wondered that.
Well, right, exactly. And I said to him, I was stupid. I didn't know what to say to my little cousin who was like, I don't know, 6 years old and was saying this dirty crap about.
How old were you, Bowser, at this time?
So, geez, I think it was 6 years ago, so I would be 23 at this time. So I said to my little cousin, like, "Oh wow, I guess all mammal dicks look the same." And then my older cousin looked at me and just gave me the stupidest freaking look ever.
Oh my god! What a wacky story!
And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna go on record saying that. But apparently, I went on record saying it with you guys.
Can I ask a question?
There's no more on the record than a live stream.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
Yeah.
If I can ask a question, Bowser, what are you doing right now, man? I feel like you're trying too hard.
Well, I'm trying to talk. That's all.
Not good.
I
I like
man.
these stories. I like Bowser kind of delving.
I want to
think so?
bring it. I want to bring it back around. He never fully answered my question there.
That's very
true. Hold up, guys.
Go for it.
The fact of the matter is, I don't know if all mammalian cock looks completely similar, but I said it enough in jest back then, just because I wanted to make sense of whatever stupid crap my 6-year-old cousin was saying. That was back when I was 10, actually, when that happened.
So all of that, whatever the fuck that was aside, just a moment. Yeah. So I'm curious. So you made a post on that subreddit.
Like our big boob problems. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
But what was the nature of the post? Because it would seem, I think it was deleted by a moderator.
Yeah, here's the thing. I know I made, so once again, I have the memory of a goldfish. So you're not going to get the true exact answer on what that post was exact. I have the memory of a goldfish. I do. My memory is complete ass when it comes to.
So you don't.
But you have a 110 IQ. Oh,
exactly right. But hold on. You gotta let me finish the topic. But I do know this. What I said on our big boob problems, because I said 3 basic posts on our big boob problems, and all of them were not received very well. But here's the thing I've noticed about that subreddit going forward. That subreddit has gone more and more what's the word? When women have big boobs, they get sensitive about how the world looks at them, which is understandable. When you're even when you're fat, you're sensitive about how the world looks at you. So think about how women feel about our big boob problems. So I've noticed how that subreddit has over time gotten more and more sensitive, which is why now if any of you, I'm serious, if any of you try to make any sort of post on our big boob problems, it is immediately deleted and checked by the moderators.
Can I actually say something real quick?
Sure.
Bowser, I take it you're not an ass guy with all this talk about tits.
Yeah, you got that 100% right, Smokey.
All right. Well, and thank you for the update. I was about to go make a post on r/big titties or whatever later.
So
you could try, Smokey. I'm serious. You could try, but I'm very serious when I say this. It's going to be checked before it's approved.
I know of one of these posts. Because I've read one of these posts, and it got deleted because you were practically calling the women who were posting their breasts whores for doing so, and they were calling you out for that. That's exactly. You're saying, why would they sexualize themselves if you're not allowed to sexualize others on here?
Zippy, that's not entirely true.
That is literally. I read the post. Yes, it is. I read the post.
Come on,
please.
I'm gonna have to start muting people.
So
I won't have to do that.
So the biggest reason what I wanted to do was I wanted to do a little bit of internet research. I wanted to cross-reference and check if people from our big boob problems were cross-posting on another subreddit to see if they were karma farming in order to fully what's the word? Since if one of them was karma farming on a porn subreddit, and the other, and they were also karma farming on our big boob problems at the same time, I wanted to cross reference and do that internet history double check. So when I did some cross referencing, I then went to find out actually that that either they weren't posting them under the same accounts. So then I made my post on our big boob problem saying the following: oh wow, I guess none of you are cross posting for karma farming.
But here's a question, if I may interject. Why does it matter so much to you though? Why does it?
Yeah, that's like really
that
creepy that you're trying to find the other accounts of these women who are like, who gives a shit if they're karma farming? That's really fucking creepy that you went all internet detective to find these other women's accounts so you can call them out on other Reddits. That's fucking weird.
I admit I want to be a little internet detective, but sure, you can call me weird for that.
I think you just want to look at that is just outright weird. That's not internet detective. That's stalker bullshit.
I took my meds before church.
Hello,
today.
you slanderous troll.
Come on, jeez.
It is.
Oh, jeez, the sixth. All right. Liquid.
Just some guy.
This is Liquid Chris, right?
I am
This is Mr. Chandler.
Not you, Christian Weston Chandler.
Dude, it's gonna be hard for me to take you serious with your accent, but I gotta do it.
You want to talk?
So, Chris, what grievances do you have to air?
Well, we'll say this: he's a slanderous troll who's a pedophile and possibly colluding with Cyrax.
Hold on, I got my fork right here. I got my fork. See my fork?
No, because you have your camera on.
We can't see anything. This
Bowser,
is just
put it down slowly.
There's my fork. I got my fork.
6 years.
Bowser.
6 years, Smokey.
Fork. I'm a pedo. Okay.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do
yeah,
there.
you're trying to make fun of me, but you are a pedo holding a fork.
I'm gonna go get a fork from my kitchen right now.
Oh, so you lied about the fork.
Look at Chris. I got something to tell you.
You're a pedophile?
No, I changed my mobile phone number. So and then I gave my new mobile phone number to Cyrax. So if Cyrax knows who I am, then he should have my new mobile phone
Earl,
number.
nobody believes.
So
Did anybody catch? Go right ahead.
Say something real quick. You accused me of being in cahoots with Cyrax, therefore I'm a pedo, but you willingly gave your number to a pedophile.
No, I changed my cell phone number.
But you gave it to Cyrax once you changed it.
Exactly.
No.
Pretty scummy,
You guys are working together.
You didn't entirely listen to what I said. I said, if it is true I am colluding with Cyrax, he should have my brand new cell phone number. If
Probably does.
Well then,
Because you gave it to him.
well then you have to ask him. You have to ask.
You asked
Cyrax.
him. He has your number.
No, you ask him. You have to be the ones to prove it. You have to be. You have to be.
You sound exactly like Cyrax right now, man.
Nah. Yesterday at 4:04 a.m., I said to Smokey in Discord DMs, "Keep your money and take me to court based on false accusations you said against me." And then Smokey said yesterday at 4:04 a.m., "I didn't say anything false against you. You called me a pedo based on." You called me a pedo because someone told you to say it. That's slander on your part. So who told me to call Smokey a pedo then?
Whose choice was it to call me a fucking pedo? That's not.
Yeah,
on
who
whoever
also
told
made
you.
a bunch of videos calling him a pedophile too.
But wasn't it you, McGoon, that motherfucking goon that said, wait, McGoon? wasn't that your idea, motherfucking goon?
Bowser, stop trying to deflect it onto other people. Goon had nothing to do with it.
Why?
Bowser,
If I can respond, I didn't tell you to go. I didn't tell you to go live calling Smokey a fucking pedophile, man.
That's true.
Nobody told you to do that. That was on your own volition, man. I don't know, man.
It was. What are your grievances then?
My grievances, like I said, I have a lot. I need you to answer these questions completely true and honestly, like our boy Chris here.
Okay.
That's why we have him here. He's our true and honest detective. But all right, here we go, Bowser. Number 1, call yourself a Catholic. Yet you you laugh at people who are going through hard times like suicide and shit, and then you like to watch like young girls, like young anime girls. You think like God looks at that and goes, "That's cool, Earl." Like, fuck yeah, bro, I'm down with that. Like, no. I can't take a word you say seriously because all the shit you claim you don't back up.
I said something in regards to this.
What'd you say?
I said it. I'm gonna have to. It's okay if I name drop someone because I said something in regards to
We
this.
can't really drop. I just don't like dropping names.
No,
Bowser,
well,
you have a really bad problem with dropping names too. I've watched your videos.
You
No.
have doxed numerous people that you are associated with.
Yeah, man. I don't know why you doxed me.
I have to look up exactly what I said because I have something very specific I said on this.
Yeah, Bowser, we know what you said.
No, that's not it.
Then what's it?
We have the chat logs.
Hey, give me a second.
Oh shit.
So, here's what I said. Because I said this to a person who cried last time we did this. So here's what I said to him. If you want to bring up anything I have said previously, and that could be about suicide, that is fine. You can do that. However, as of this day, I no longer support it, and I am going to stop doing it from now on. In fact, in a few weeks, I am going to get involved with a nonprofit program like Alcoholics Anonymous called QPR, which is a community for people to prevent suicide and fight against it. So there, if what I have said is in the past is now in the past, it is no longer the present or future. So now you can decide where we go from there.
Okay, so Bowser, I gotta ask you. You say in the past few weeks you've changed your mind. So before those past few weeks, you thought those type of things were cool, right? Because the joke you made was about veterans and us. Now, am I to believe that you have an uncle who sadly did that, who was a veteran?
That is not entirely true. He did not commit. He did not. It's very hard to talk about this topic for me.
Well, it's easy for you to joke about someone else's experience.
Hey, please.
Hey,
it's my family. It's my family member.
I mean, Smokey has a point.
Hold on.
Can
Did he make fun of
please?
veterans?
Hey, guys,
You know, my father is a
No,
veteran of the
guys.
No, let it go. Let him go. It's fine.
You gotta let me explain this. Jeez, my Uncle Earl did not commit suicide because he was a veteran. No. To be honest, I don't know the complete and true circumstances around my Uncle Earl's. I might have said such a heinous joke because, to my complete knowledge of my Uncle Earl Doobie Jr.'s death, to my complete knowledge of it, the incident surrounding it was one, his having an argument with his girlfriend at the time, and two, him getting rejected from the army. When my Uncle Earl Doobie Jr. was rejected from the army, I'm not saying. I've already said it's no excuse to joke about such things. Perhaps my only defense, if my first defense is there's no place to joke about things. If that's my first defense, I'm no longer going to joke about it. My second defense would be that maybe I said what I said because I felt bad that my Uncle Earl Doobie Jr. was rejected from the army.
Well, Earl, I'll say this. No one here is making any jokes about your uncle. I'll literally say a prayer for your uncle tonight. That's not cool. No one likes to joke about that shit, bro. But I want you to understand, because look how upset you're getting now. That's how upset you made that person feel, and you served him an artificial apology that didn't mean shit, bro. And like now you see how that shit feels, and it's like, so now you know how you made him feel. You owe that man a huge apology.
I did apologize.
No, that apology you gave him there was half-ass and bullshit, saying that I changed.
No, not last night. No, not last night. That apology was half-ass. Of course it was. But I'm talking about the apology I gave to him on January 4th of this year. I gave him a written apology. And I assumed the written apology I gave him on January 4th would have been enough, but no, obviously it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that one, bro. I just think
I can screenshot the previous apology
you don't
I
need to,
said
you don't
to
need to
him.
prove none of that shit to me. I'm just telling you.
Well,
You need to.
I can unblock him and message him again and give him a second written apology, but if the first written apology, obviously, no, the first written apology wasn't enough because then I gave the half-ass apology, and yeah, that was.
Well, Bowser, it's
What's up?
funny you say that because I have the person who this was against. They just sent me their screenshots of the DM. If I can read these out loud, if I may.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you said I apologize to you for any jokes I made about veterans who do not support any suit of any kind, and my joke was to you in bad taste. I apologize. And then this person replied with, "Let me ask you something."
Right.
This shit is covering their screenshot.
Right. Yeah.
Is covering up their shit. You say you're anti whatever the fuck. I can't read that because his browser is covering it up. Against military personnel and people who do drugs, and then you just simply replied with, "Please make it fast. I have to sleep."
Well,
You're a dick.
no. At that point, it was when that happened.
You go. Do you go to sleep at 8:30 in the evening? That seems kind of early.
Wait, was that really when I met? Well, actually, at the time, the part where I said that was because I was
At least
what? No, I just took my meds, and the one of the medications I take in particular, one of the medications I take in particular is a sleeper medication. That means that as soon as I take it, I'm out like a light in like, I don't know, like less than 30 minutes, and I acknowledge that. Yeah, what I said was. No, it was bad, but it was also factual, and the facts were probably uncalled for. But that if you want to know the medication I take, that's a sleeper pill.
We don't. We don't care.
And another thing, what you just told us, the little spiel you just did to explain that, is almost word for what you typed here, which was, if you want to bring up anything I have said previously, that is fine. You could do it. However, I no longer support it, and I'm going to stop doing it from now on. In fact, a few weeks, I'm going to be involved in QPR, which is a community for people who prevent suicide and fight against it. So there, if what I said is in the past, now is in the past. It is no longer the present or future. That was, you copy and pasted exactly what you said to him in your quote unquote half-ass apology.
Well,
trying to explain it to us the exact same way you just did.
I don't believe that he actually.
Wait.
Go ahead, Goon. Go ahead.
You don't understand that grammar? Is that what you're saying?
I don't.
No,
I don't
does that fucking sound like what I said? I just read to you that you said exactly what you just said to us.
I thought that grammar made sense.
Let me explain this a little better because
Okay,
I'm not. Right. You said that because you already had that typed out, and that's your boilerplate response, which speaks to me that you don't give a shit. Personally, that's what it sounds like to me.
No, that's not true at all. I gotta stop you right there.
All right, that's fine. Goon had something to say. Goon, go ahead.
I kind of just don't believe the response. I don't think he has that. I don't even really think he has that medication or anything like that.
Whoa, hold on. Well, wait. Wait, motherfucking Goon, do you want to know the name of the sleeper pill I take?
Motherfucking Goon.
We don't need to know the name of the sleeper pill.
I think it's very easy. I think it's easy to know a name. You can do a Google search and everything like that, man.
It's called quetiapine.
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple donations right here. First one from Buck. He wants to know how your treatments are going, Smoke.
Oh, they're going great, bro.
That's
they're
great.
going just fucking
I'm glad
great.
to hear that. See, I was sad to hear that you were sick, and I was sad to hear that you were dealing with all this legal troubles. But I'm glad that we can settle it here.
Wait, as long as I can put food on my kid's table, we're good.
When did Smokey get sick?
He's been sick, Bowser.
Your slander didn't help at all, by the way.
A man was sick, and you've added on to his stress.
Well, I didn't know he was sick. I'm sorry to hear that.
You think
I have
that you can have
Cyrax leg disease, bro? You didn't even ask.
How did you get leg disease?
You don't know about this?
No, I don't.
It's like leprosy of the leg.
Shoot, dude, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, man.
It is. That's what's so fucked about Cyrax making fun of it too.
I didn't know.
I'm pretty sure that's
Cyrax
stress
made
induced.
fun of that.
No, not him, but the
I'm pretty sure that's stress
Why
induced
the
too.
fuck would Cyrax make fun of that shit?
I
I
know,
don't
bro. It's
know.
crazy. It's
He's
like
fucked
made
up.
fun of suicide or something.
Jason Breen wanted to know how you sleep good at night. Earl, how do you sleep at night?
Wait, so he wants to know how the quetiapine works?
No, come on, Earl.
I'll say this much. I'm gonna try to turn on the seriousness a little bit more. My
Okay.
apologies.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
If you can you say water bottle?
Water bottle?
Yeah, can you say that?
You want me to say it again?
Yeah, say it one more time.
Water bottle.
Okay.
Bowser, I got a question for you.
What's up?
What's the whole story about Chihuahua on a Monday?
Oh, you want to hear it again?
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, actually, after I tell that story, I want to ask Goon a question about that.
Sure.
So, Chihuahua on Monday.
Drink.
What's a trank? What do you mean by trank?
Pretty honest, Smokey. Don't even worry about it.
Tourette's.
Nothing, bro.
He's
Go
just
on.
got-
I'm drinking out of my water bottle.
Okay, so Chihuahua on Monday is about
On it.
Bowser,
Just
bro, you
talk,
said
dude.
you
I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
a young. Honestly, I don't know whether to call her a girl or a woman because
Is she in high school?
That's the thing. It could be a high school, it could be a college. It's never said if it's a high school or a college in the anime.
Huh.
That's why I want to ask Goon. I want to ask Goon how he got their ages and if it's a college or a high school, because that is never said in the anime anywhere. But
I don't know why the fuck you think I know that. I wasn't the one to bring that up, man. I don't know where the fuck you think I brought that up.
You no, motherfucking Goon. You said last night that Chihuahua was 14 years old. Chihuahua was 14 years old. That's what you said last night. That's what you said last night, okay?
No, I did not, man. I did not. I didn't mention your gay ass fucking. No offense to anybody that's whatever, but like I fuck it. I never mentioned it, my guy.
Then where did the assumption come from that they're in high school or they're in college when the anime never specifies if they're in high school or if they're in college?
I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen the show, my guy.
Exactly. So how can anyone say that Chihuahua is over 18 or under 21 if the anime never says? The anime never says.
I don't know because I never looked it up.
Exactly.
I wasn't the one, Bowser.
Exactly. So how can you prove they were?
It was someone else.
But I know. But how can you prove they were underage if the anime never? If the anime
isn't there
Bowser, wait, can I say something? I promise you guys. This is Bowser. I have a video of yours called I have it downloaded called Anime vs. Pedophilia, and in it you say that you watch two shows called Chihuahua on a Monday and another one called Freezing, and you say that the artist depicts them as 17-year-old girls. You say
that's for Freezing.
Minors.
That's for Freezing, not for Chihuahua.
But you do admit that one of them at least is 17-year-old.
Right.
One of yes.
Lars McNulty here in chat is saying that Chihuahua is 14, I think. So
I want to know the source on that. I seriously want to know the source on that.
I'm sure there's a fandom. I'm sure there's a fandom wiki that has it. Let me look it up.
Okay, hold on. I just wanted to be stated in the time that it took me to fucking hear him rattle off all this. I actually looked up the wiki. 15 going into 16.
Bowser,
is that serious?
Hey, fucking Bowser. You hear me?
Is that really serious? Is it really serious that it said 15?
Yes,
Bowser.
it's really serious.
That's fucking stupid.
Hey,
fucking stupid that you jerk off the fucking porn, dude. Come on.
I had no. Okay, first of all, wait. Do I have to get my fork out? Jeez.
I'm gonna relax.
Guys, look, Kurt only has a couple minutes. He has a couple things to say to TheWhiteBowser, and then we'll get back into Chihuahua. I really want to get back into Chihuahua, but Kurt,
we definitely need to.
Hey,
Kurt?
Bowser, motherfucker. Remember or Thursday when you said you were the victim and like the bullshit involving the movie theater? Come on, Bowser, answer me.
What do you want to say, Kurt?
Yeah, can you fucking hear me? Can you fucking hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Why did you say you were the victim in that? Tell me. genuinely tell me why. Bowser, you didn't quit. You clearly got fired.
Please,
You're just
please,
lying.
please
Bowser.
stop!
No, I'm not stopping.
Hold up. Come on, Kurt. We can't have this. We're trying to run a podcast, Kurt. Like,
please,
come
okay,
on.
you have no idea how hurt I felt after I did that. I had tons of sleepless nights over that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We can't go screaming, Bowser.
Bowser, you're not sorry.
Please. No, please.
No, you're not the victim in this, Bowser. You're really
I
not.
know I'm not the victim!
Yes, you are. No, you're not. No, you're not, Bowser. No, you're not. All right, stop acting like you're the victim in all this. Please.
I
just relax, Bowser, dude.
I know what I did was bad, and I know I hurt her, okay? I know I hurt her, and I had a lot of really bad thoughts that I just left that movie theater in absolute disgust after I did that.
Okay, well, let's get to some donations here, bro. We got other stuff. Just let it roll off, man. It's all part. We knew this would happen, right? We knew this would happen.
Yeah, we did.
Night Shroud with the $2. You're a monster. Well, that's uncalled for, Night Shroud. Thank you for the 2, though. We'll get like nice.
He was talking to me. It's all good.
Oh, damn. Well, Night Shroud, you fucking
not our
troll.
boy Bowser, of course.
Moon Droid Man, Smokey, you're my hero. Love you, bro. Wish you a speedy recovery.
I still can't believe I never knew you had. No, Smokey, I never knew you had Tourette's.
I do, bro. It's terrible.
I honestly, I'm really sorry about that, dude. And it's fucking sick that Cyrax makes fun of. In which video did you cover that Cyrax made fun of that?
I didn't. It was too triggering.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, I personally tried to cover it, and I couldn't.
That's fucked up that he does that shit.
Yeah, no, it is. Cyrax has done a lot of messed up stuff, and maybe we'll do an episode on him down the line.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about him, Mr. Bowser?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Mr. Cyrax.
Well, I've been unsubscribed from Smokey's. Maybe I should resubscribe to Smokey's channel. I should do that. I gotta resubscribe. I should join. I should give some money to Smokey for his for that Tourette thing. No. Do you want to know some? Okay, this is gonna be a crazy tangent, but I gotta go on this crazy tangent.
Go for it.
So you're not gonna believe it. It has been researched that there is a few specific psychoactive things that CBD does, and you're not gonna believe what I read up on what they are. One, CBD has a temporary boost to your serotonin levels in your brain. And the temporary boost of serotonin levels in your brain from the CBD is about as long as I think 20 minutes of a boost of serotonin levels in your brain. And then after that, it also raises your blood pressure ever so much, the CBD does. But once again, it's only a temporary boost. So CBD actually has some minor psychoactive uses, even though THC is the harder part of the drug.
Bowser, why don't you just get THC gummies then?
Because my psychiatrist said if I take THC, it will conflict with my bipolar disorder and make it very rapid, because THC is.
You're bipolar.
I've said that before. Yeah, I'm bipolar.
I didn't know that.
But bipolar type 2 with THC, it does not mix well at all.
If I can X,
what about Coke?
Yeah.
Oh no, dude, I can't do. That'd be awful. Why? Do you do Smokey?
Bowser, don't ask about my personal life.
I have a question for you, Bowser. This is one of the bigger ones that I wanted to ask about to Wow on Monday, and some of the other ones, or freezing or whatever else. So, first of all, all those ages that we were talking about that we saw on the wiki there,
yeah,
all of that comes from the manga, right? Apparently, that's where they're getting.
Yeah, that's a little.
But here's the other thing.
That's a little.
It's pretty obvious when you're watching that show that it says it claimed to be second-year high school students. Do you know any second-year high school students that are 18 that haven't been held back for some reason?
First of all, held back? First of all, once again, in my only one defense that I have, I do find it super disgusting that they really do depict 15-year-olds with that size boobs.
You're only saying that because of now.
If I can
no,
ask,
I'm not.
I find it disgusting.
No, I'm not.
If I can ask,
I was fairly certain. I was fairly 100% certain that was like it doesn't make it right, but 11th or 12th or college boarding school. I no, if I knew that they were really doing that, like that, I still can't believe it said 15. That's crazy.
The other thing that I'm kind of curious about is that when we told you about this and we told you about the ages, you seem to have a very big problem with, either taking responsibility for or apologizing for knowing that. And because I remember you doubled down on that quite a lot. It's like, to you, it just doesn't matter, or it didn't at the time. Maybe it does now for some reason.
Well, the only reason it doesn't matter to me is because they're cartoons. But the fact of the matter is, I really want someone's got to show me that source that says they're 14 because that is disgusting.
Hey, TheWhiteBowser, how did you land on the name TheWhiteBowser?
That is a perfect question. So the first thing I did on my channel that was my biggest thing that never took off was Bowser siding. I did this particularly after I learned my Uncle Earl, committed suicide. So I played as the TheWhiteBowser on Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and I would play online with like 3 other random people. I would grab them, jump over and into the air, and then make us both plummet to our death, killing both of us at the same time. And I would be like the Bowser of Death. I would make the whole part of the online battle game random who would win because I would constantly kill people and myself at the same time. So I was the Bowser of Death, therefore the TheWhiteBowser. Because
Koopa-lations.
Because death rides a white horse. And that's how the TheWhiteBowser was birthed. Yes.
Yeah, I love that. That's excellent.
I want to start getting involved in how to start getting involved in QPR because I'm serious about that. I'm serious about what I say about what I used to be and what I used to say is in the past. I'm 1,000% serious about when I say that.
So the Chihuahua is in the past?
Is Chihuahua in the past?
You know what? Yeah, you know what? For the sake of this podcast, we're gonna say that's in the past too. I'm gonna start.
What's in the past?
I don't believe you.
Wait, you don't believe me?
No, you said just for the sake of this podcast.
Oh,
yeah, nobody's gonna believe that.
Yeah, you're right. Shoot, okay, you're right. We have to save this podcast. You're right. Okay, so yeah, you're right. So I vow to what's it called? Be dry when watching Chihuahua on Monday.
What does that mean? What does being dry while watching Chihuahua mean?
You don't know? Being dry means you don't masturbate. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my God, Bowser! Like I thought.
Bowser,
anything else.
You are I couldn't ask for a better co-host.
When you're being dry, that means you don't masturbate. Is that correct? I thought that was slang for that. That is correct. So that's correct slang, right?
You know who you remind me of, Bowser? You ever seen that episode of South Park where Kyle's cousin comes to town?
I don't watch too much South Park, but go right ahead for a long time.
Okay. This is probably gonna be one of my final questions. Not really a question; it's more of a statement now. Yeah. So, like, what I don't get is like before when we went into Chihuahua about the character being 14, 15, and then you're I'm not done. I've let everybody here talk.
Okay.
You've you went into detail how it was 15, and now you're disgusted by that. Now it seems like it kind of seems like you're going back on your answer. Last time we did a stream,
that's because I didn't know.
Let me finish.
I didn't know.
I've let you finish. It seems like you've gone back on what you've said before, where it's just like, oh, it's a cartoon character. It shouldn't matter. Why the sudden change of heart?
Well, I'll say this much. Yes, in general, I do believe to an extent. To an extent, yes, it's a cartoon character. It doesn't matter. To an extent, yes, I believe that. But at the same time, like, wow, I am 100% certain when I watched that anime that never mentioned, the exact age. But that's almost a little manipulative to make to not say in the anime that like never say in the anime they're 15, but then like let's just show it to the audience anyway. I mean,
if I may interject, it's rather obvious that they're going to be probably under 18 in the first place. Because first of all, they're like first or second year high school.
But it never says that though.
But you know for a fact that they're not seniors in high school.
Yeah, well,
and they look young. So I don't. At least to me.
And you've admitted in past videos, Bowser, that you know that these manga artists draw them in a way that shows them.
Yeah, and you know what? I gotta be real with you. It is fucked up that they do that.
I have a couple.
Oh, okay. So
like,
go ahead.
What is it about Tawawa? You said you like the art style. You said Tawawa.
It's mostly just the tits, dude. It's mostly just the tits.
Mostly just the tits.
Mostly just the tits. But you just said it's messed up. The manga artists draw them that way.
Well, I mean,
Bowser, it's a bit inconsistent.
Bowser, you got to admit something right now, bro. You got to be honest with me, all right? You got to be honest with me.
Okay.
You're saying this because you don't want to have to admit that it's fucked up. You are attracted to that, but you do not want to admit it right now. Am I true? Am I saying facts?
Well, I have to say I no longer support it, but yeah, it's true. But I no longer support it.
Okay. But do you only say that simply because somebody asked you about it?
That's an oxymoron. You can't. That's not how that works.
But I can prove I'm not a pedophile.
What about freezing?
We'll go right ahead, please. Prove.
Well, first of all, I've never preyed on a child before, except for it being a cartoon, and the cartoon.
That's not true.
So you preyed on children in cartoons.
What about the movie theater?
Yeah.
She was not a child.
The movie theater.
She was not a child.
She was.
There is sufficient evidence. There is sufficient evidence that she was not.
No, I've told.
I'm trying.
Let's let him explain himself.
Yeah, let me explain. Like this is a sensitive topic, so I do have to explain. And I did say this to Karos actually. So I said right here. Also, another thing, I would like the trolls to stop saying she was 17. I know she was 18 when the accidental grope happened, because her twin sister told me verbatim beforehand it happened, she was turning 19 soon. And if her twin sister was turning 19 soon, then common sense says they were both 18 when this happened. Once again, I have all the information, so I don't know I don't know all these trolls. Well, you'll have to look up her birth date.
Oh, okay, so we have to look it up.
Yeah, you do. So I don't know how these trolls keep on making these false accusations. So I know that since the incident happened 2 years ago, and I can give you the date too. It happened on June 24th, 2021. That's when it happened. June 24th, 2021.
But Bowser, can I ask you something real quick? So let's just get it out. Even if she was 18, so this incident was about you.
Yes, it was bad. I've always said it was awful. Okay, I've always said that.
Can I just ask how old you are now, Bowser, and how old you were then? I heard you in a video say you're about to turn 30, so you would have been what, 28 then? 27?
You're 30?
Yeah, I would have been 27. Yeah,
27.
That's no bad. That's exactly like a pedophile.
Hey, well, stop, please.
Hold on, everybody, slow down a minute. If I remember correctly, when we were trying to work out the issue you had with Smokey's community with all of the Discord moderators there, you said you were 24 when that happened, but now you say you're 27. Which one is it?
Did I really say 24?
You're 29 now, and you said it happened 5 years ago. I remember that very vividly. Yes.
I don't remember.
We have the audio recording.
Well,
I could pull it up.
Well, then. That must have been a slip of the tongue. Then I must have.
Oh, it must have been a slip of the tongue. Must have been Okay.
Goldfish brain.
That's understandable. That's understandable.
No, Smokey's right. I got that goldfish brain. Smokey's right. I do got that.
Don't
goldfish
think
brain.
that's out, Bowser. Because
Yeah, don't think that.
the CBD thing on the drop of a dime, but you can't remember this shit you're saying.
Hey, I do remember what happened in the movie theater. I only said what I said in business meeting because I didn't want you guys to know the truth, but you guys found out the truth anyway. So congratulations on that.
Well, if you're hiding the truth on this, who's to say that you're hiding the truth on some other things, Bowser? I mean,
exactly.
Okay, that's a fair point, but
let's just be true and honest from this point forward, okay?
Exactly.
All right.
Why can't you be true and honest like me, Mr. Bowser? You sound like Ian Brandon.
I'm gonna answer that. I want to answer that. I want to answer that personally right now. Why I can't be true and honest? I do want to answer that right now because Liquid. Can I call you Liquid?
You can call me Chris.
That is the real Chris Chan you're talking about.
I can call you Mr. Chandler. Yeah, we gotta. This is a business associate. Call him Mr. Chandler.
Call me Mr. Chandler.
Mr. Chandler. The biggest reason why I just lie so much and because I have a horrible track record that I can't tell the truth, and the biggest reason why is when so many people do kill themselves in your life, it gets harder and harder and harder to trust anyone. And then you find yourself telling lies to your best friends because you don't know if they're getting themselves or not next. And then I feel maybe if I tell them the exact right lie, they'll tell me the truth and say they're suicidal so I can save their life next. And that's
so you prey on suicidal people.
But that also doesn't explain why you lie to
what the fuck does it have to do with being true and honest?
Yeah.
And you're talking about one specific circumstance under which you might lie, not like why you lie to us.
It doesn't though. It doesn't explain it, but I feel if I tell them of the lie and they tell the truth, I will then know the truth and therefore can stop the truth from happening by telling a lie. It doesn't make sense, but
no, Bowser, it doesn't. Let me ask you something real quick. So you're just saying that you lie and lie and lie about everything. So you lied about your age at first when you talked about this with Maggie and Kairos and all them in the chat. Why are we to believe now that after all this stuff that's come out about her being 17, that now she's just magically 18 to make this story sound better?
We gotta squash the rumors.
Well, because
he's gotta cover his ass.
Hey, stop, please. I've already agreed to you that I'm not gonna do any lying on here, okay? I'm gonna be 100% truthful and honest. This is a podcast. I have to retain my integrity, and be 100%.
You're under oath. You're under oath.
I know I'm under oath. That's why I'm saying I have a lying problem. I know I'm under oath. That's why I'm saying under oath that everything I'm saying here is 100% honest and true. But that's the thing, though. Ultimately, when it comes to stuff like this, I do have a lying problem because I've seen so many people in my life kill themselves. It makes me not know who to trust and who to lie to.
As of 3 weeks ago, though, you were willing to make fun of all that stuff.
I mean, Bowser,
changed recently.
If I may, fellas, Bowser, I've had people. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chris. Are you?
No, I just said because he's only changing because he's only been cut.
Okay,
that's true.
Bowser, I've had people close to me in my life themselves, and I don't make it a point to other people on my shitty behavior, whether or not I have shitty behavior. I'm sure I do somewhere. Someone has a problem with me. Of course, you can't go through life without someone having a problem with you. But I've never said that. Well, X, Y, and Z themselves, and that's why I'm X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? It seems like, I don't know, you're falling back on it. That's what it seems like to me.
You're blaming victims of suicide for your actions.
Damn, Chris.
Mm-hmm. Chris kind of said what I was gonna say, but he said it less nice than I did.
Yeah. All right, and that's why I no longer support doing it like I unlike I did. I no longer want to do it, unlike 3 weeks ago. What?
Bowser, do you have any people in your Discord server that are knowingly under 18?
One, yeah, T.
Why?
Bowser.
Well,
why would you keep her there?
And why'd you tell her to never tell anybody that she's 17?
Oh, fuck.
Because I was worried, because I saw people were saying, I saw people were preying on her in the chat during my live stream, and they doxed her and they threatened her life. So I didn't want anyone to know that she was a minor. Otherwise, more people would dox and threaten her in my live stream chat.
Do you have proof of this? Do you have proof of this on your live stream?
Oh yeah, I do. And I was told it was some person who nicknamed themselves Cerberus who doxed and threatened that T on live stream. I do have proof of it. Yeah, she doesn't seem to have a problem in my Discord server. Why should I?
It doesn't matter. You're the adult. You have to think of what's best.
I mean, I did tell her verbatim that, listen, T, I don't care if you turn 18 tomorrow. You shouldn't be on the internet communicating with me. I did tell her that, but she doesn't seem to care. I told her in Discord DMs. I don't care.
Just because she doesn't care, it doesn't mean you can still. You push her away. Don't let it happen.
Well, then fine.
Bowser, I have my moderators in my Discord server. If someone ever admits in a voice chat or anything that they're underage, they are kicked immediately. That's the number one rule in my chat.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like it's that's you fucking stand by that shit if you're an adult.
Well, all right then, but all right, I'll kick her from the Discord. But she's turning 18 like in 2 weeks, guys.
Only because you got caught. That's not
Bowser,
why.
you never would have kicked her had I not brought this up. Don't lie. You told us you wouldn't.
You just said this right now.
Well, yeah, that's true, but she likes being in my Discord server. But it's not right.
That doesn't even matter. You gotta get rid of her because that's I can't even right now.
Cow Wrangler, what do you have to say to the White Bowser?
So who is Cow Wrangler? Yeah, who are you?
It's nice to see you again, Bowser.
Nah.
I believe we met a while ago, quite frankly. You see, when I was in your chat, you're talking about how you're jerking off to a 15-year-old anime girl, which was interesting, and animal cock and God knows what else. And I had some questions.
Oh, hey, I do remember you now.
Oh,
how
is
that your response?
You're not denying it?
I remember.
He's gonna bite that bullet too.
Yeah, I remember your tone of voice now.
Oh, you do? I'm glad you do, because I'm probably going to keep it for most of this conversation. Bowser, have you ever acknowledged the fact that you make people deeply uncomfortable, and that at your workplace, you're probably that guy that a lot of the women wouldn't admit it, but they didn't like because you're creepy? Have you thought about the fact that you've been run out of several subreddits because of your bizarre behavior towards any woman that comes towards your way? The Big Boob subreddit didn't run you out because they're assholes. They ran you out because you're creepy and you were looking at their members, hunting down their profiles to jerk off to. We both know you weren't just being a sleuth. We both know that you have a fetish. You talked about it in great detail, including that you were looking up videos of women after breast enhancement surgery to watch them pop the buttons off their shirts. Oh, and I'm just going to cut this out now with your Chihuahua bullshit. Chihuahua clearly depicts I as a 15-year-old. She talks about being in middle school in her flashbacks. Her classmates look like 15-year-olds. She looks like a 15-year-old. The whole story is about a 20-year-old man grooming her, and the fact that she gives him presents. Yeah, I know that you probably indulge in that fantasy quite often, which is probably why you're a big fan of Chihuahua.
No, I don't.
And I know that.
No, I don't. I do not indulge. I do not indulge in that fantasy. I do not.
That is so funny that you say that, because you always talk about jerking off to it. You admitted to jerking off to it. So if it's not that particular thing,
are you here to insult me, or are you here to do a podcast, good sir?
It sure sounds like they're here to insult you. I'm not gonna lie.
And look, Bowser, I just wanted to clarify some things because you're always so full of shit. that it's hard to listen to you. And I think a lot of people can agree that that's true. And you know what the most interesting thing is? You told everyone in your server that that girl was 17, and you messaged her, and you told people that you were purposely telling people that she was 17.
Shut fuck
T Toxic was 17. And you know what you did? You told everyone in the server that she was 17. And what you did was you told everyone that she was 17, and you told everyone else that you were telling her people that so that if she was groomed or preyed on, she could tell you. You were dangling her over the wall.
No, hold on,
predators
stop
in your
right
server.
there. Don't stop right there. Stop right there.
Stop. Fine, Bowser. You can cry about it, but I have the screenshots, and I can send them to everyone here to show
shut
that.
up for a second. Hey, shut up. Shut up for a second.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
When I said in the server that she was 17, I did that so just in case anyone did try to groom her, that she would report to me and I would ban them instantly from the server, because I did not want her to be groomed by anyone. So I was trying to
anyone but you.
So you were using her
stop!
just like I said.
No, come on.
Because no one before that point knew she was 17. You told us that she was 17.
Okay,
and that's a problem, Bowser, that you're admitting that you used her as bait. You thought they were predators, and you threw this girl to the wolves. That's a little messed up, wouldn't you say? You know, even on To Catch a Predator, they didn't use a real child. They used an adult, and they knew what to do. You threw a child to the wolves. You threw a child to be groomed, and you thought, oh, they'll just tell me. Grooming's
That's
a pretty
called child
complicated.
endangerment, by the way, Mr. Bowser. I'm not sure if you know that.
So Bowser, that was a really interesting move on your part. It was very interesting. And I would love to hear your justification besides exactly what I said, which is that you were using her as bait.
Yeah, Bowser, the chat wants to know, it's a podcast, man, you know, just don't take it too seriously. The chat just wants to know, man.
All right. I won't take it too seriously. Fine, I won't. But I thought in my obviously poor judgment, that if anyone did try to prey on T would tell me, and then I would immediately ban them from the server, because I, at the time, thought there was it was a, what is that noise?
Bowser, stop getting off topic, bro. Answer the question.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I thought T and I had trust enough to say if anyone's grooming you, tell me and I'll get them off your back, tell them to fuck off. Know what I mean? So because no one should groom a child, no one should ever groom a child.
You thought that a child could be groomed, and you willingly left them there and thought, oh, they'll know to tell me. You know, groomers don't exactly come out and say, I'm here to groom you. I'm romantically interested. She wouldn't know what was happening until it was too late, Bowser. You threw her to the wolves. You threw her on, and you waited, and you thought there was a predator in your server, and that is the biggest issue of all. You thought that there's a possibility that there is a predator and a 17-year-old in the same server, and you just let it be. And you thought, I'll just let him groom the 17-year-old for a little bit. She'll tell me, it'll be fine. Bowser, you're a predator.
I am not. Stop it right now. Kick him now. I am not.
No.
I can't. Hey.
Whoa, easy, fellas. Easy, everybody.
Yeah. Everybody, we're all good. They paid to be here. It's part of the podcast.
This shit's giving me a fucking cancer nosebleed. Hold on a second.
We signed up for this, TheWhiteBowser. I told you this wasn't going to be easy, bro, and that this was to clear your name, and you can't just scream when they ask you legitimate questions. Just
I don't like. I don't. Fine.
Can I say something before you respond, Bowser?
Absolutely, Smokey.
Please, Bowser.
Let's let Smokey get.
Listen, is the reason you're getting so upset at these questions because you don't you know that people are going to get mad at the answers?
No, it's cause I don't like predators. That's why.
But you were doing something predatory.
No,
Yes.
I wasn't.
Bowser,
Yes, you were.
come on, man. You said you weren't going to lie. How is this not
You have to
predatory?
be true and honest with yourself, Mr. Bowser.
How
You were willingly harboring a 17-year-old in the server, knowing that like there was a possibility that something could happen to her.
Well, this is news to me.
Well, yeah, and I'm going to kick her after this episode is over.
Why didn't you kick her before?
That's what I mean. You shouldn't have
Yeah.
waited. You shouldn't have waited to see if there was someone bad in your server. You should have kicked her to keep her safe to begin with. Bowser, why are you only learning your lessons to all these things that you've done in like the past few weeks? Like, because seemingly you learned your lesson about the suicide thing just a few weeks ago. You learned your lesson about this even after you made a Reddit post bragging about it. You learned your lesson tonight apparently about fucking Chihuahua. All these changes are being made as they're outed. So, like, can you really blame people for thinking you're not just doing this to get like the monkey off your back?
Honestly, probably not. Probably not. No.
Damn. All right, we got just normal bottled mustard.
Please ask him about saying he only lies when he. Actually, nah, that is true. When I meet someone in person, like especially not on this podcast, that's a new person that I know in my life. I never know what they're gonna think of me. I never know how to think of them, and that's when I do like meet a new person in person, not on this podcast. Yeah, basically, I will probably tell you a lie in the third sentence because I don't know. It's something I gotta stop doing. It is, but it's just like I just.
Clout.
No,
so easy. Like,
I
this is
don't
so
know
easy.
who to trust anymore.
But Bowser, that's the problem, bro.
It shouldn't matter. You should always tell the truth and be honest with people.
Bowser, like, it's not like quitting, like you're not like addicted to lying, bro. Just fucking stop. Just when you see yourself about to say some bullshit that you know is not factual, just say the truth. Like, it's not. I get it. Some people are compulsive liars, and you are clearly one of them, as you've admitted. But bro, just every time you feel yourself just about to say some bullshit, to stop yourself, like, and then just be like, no what?
But then what if that person like does something that they'll regret if I don't lie to them?
So what? You're showing off your ass on Reddit, bro?
Hey, no. It's not. I have pants on. I
thought you were a tits guy.
I had pants on in that picture. Shut up.
Hey,
went over
actually,
this.
Smokey. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Kiwi. Sorry.
I had pants on in that picture.
Who's the Dr. House actor? We
Hugh
talked
Laurie.
about that previously.
Hugh
Laurie.
Yeah, Hugh Laurie. Yeah.
Do you think? Would you like if Hugh Laurie posted in that subreddit? Is that like
I
something?
kind of would.
No, for real. Listen to him. Cut the shit. Would you fuck Hugh Laurie?
Only
Would
for
you fuck
money.
Hugh Laurie?
Only for money.
Only for money. We went over the
only for money. We went over
Bowser,
that.
we need the dollar amount because we could put all these donations towards that shit tonight. I'll call Hugh Laurie right now.
When I thought, would you fuck Hugh? I'm looking at Hugh Laurie right now. He looks like a discount Charlie Sheen.
For $600, I would do it. Yes.
600?
Yes.
I'll call Hugh.
Bowser,
I'll call Hugh.
We might be able to
Yo,
do
I got
that
Hugh
for
on
you.
speed dial.
We'll bring Hugh there for you, brother.
I would fuck Hugh Laurie for $600.
There is a certain thing that I have felt was kind of hypocritical of you, Bowser. I remember you calling Smokey and his friends weed-stricken degenerates, among other things.
Oh well, I know.
And hold on. And I happen to have a link to a Reddit post from your user, in fact, saying CBD finally helped cure my harmful drug dependency. Happy story. Would you like to explain that?
Oh yeah, sure. You want me to explain?
You're willing to call everyone else a drug addict?
No, explain it, Bowser.
Okay,
yes, explain it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I used to be on this is HIPAA, so I can't say the name of the drug, but I used to be on a completely separate medication for my for my sleep, and this specific medication made me gain tons of it was a specific side effect of the medication. It made you gain tons and tons of weight. So my doctor took me off of it. And then
I don't think it's a HIPAA violation to see what drugs you're taking. I mean I can say what drugs I'm taking.
I'll tell you the name of the drug. It was olanzapine.
Okay, I've heard of that. Yes, I've heard of that.
One of the specific side effects of olanzapine is that it makes you gain tons and tons of weight. And I was taken off of it, and then in order for me to sleep, I started taking lots of CBD to help me sleep, and it totally worked the same as olanzapine without the harmful side effects of making me gain weight. Yeah, and that was why it was a happy story.
Well, I just wanted to say that, Bowser, like I said, we all know why you kept her there. We all know why you have been letting people who are underage into your server. And I just wish that you would acknowledge that you're clearly on that moral gray line if you're not already a predator. You prey on women. You make them uncomfortable. And you continue to do so with no regard for the fact that
T-Toxic has never once been uncomfortable around me.
Bowser, stop fucking name dropping people, bro. You are the worst at this.
Yeah, you see, Bowser, you keep dropping people's names and you're forgetting
that T has never once said she was uncomfortable or that T said I was innocent. T said I was innocent in all this. T said I was innocent in all of this.
Bowser, she's a child. At the end of the day,
know any better. She's a child. You are a full-grown adult. You should know better. This is deplorable behavior, Mr. Bowser. You're like Cyrax.
And Mr. Chandler, as you can tell, this man in particular preys on women because he's a no-good degenerate. The fact that he likes to praise that he's a Catholic, he's a good, righteous man, is bullshit.
Exactly, yes.
He is nothing more than someone who uses the name just to feel big and good about himself. He likes to go into those subreddits and preach and pray and try to look holy. Bowser, God doesn't like you. You have made people miserable.
Oh, man. I want to go smoke a cigarette.
You have made things so difficult for many different women, and people remember things like this. You will be remembered not as a good man, but as someone who scares women, who scares people, who goes around and spreads his degeneracy without anyone wanting it. And I'm just going to emphasize it again. Chihuahua does say that I is 15. It emphasizes that she's in high school. And you still jerked off to it.
I mean, I looked at the wiki. I mean, it does say that.
Is that true, Bowser? Is Chihuahua 15?
Oh, I actually sent you the link to the wiki, Kiwi. So I figured that would help you out a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I sent it to everyone in here, I believe, because I wanted to make sure that everyone was well aware of who they were talking to. And that girl, besides from her obnoxious breast, looks like a child. She looks like a 15-year-old. Her friends look like children. So the fact that you sexualize her and you make comments about dreaming about turning into her is so interesting.
You fucking done? Please fucking stop.
I mean, she's just
No, I think fellas, I don't mean to exacerzabate the wounds
fucking
here.
Attack away, fucking stop.
Well,
guys.
Fucking hell.
Bowser,
okay.
Bowser, come on.
Fucking hell, fucking stop.
Bowser, come on, dude. Remember, like I said, dude, this is a podcast. We're just chilling.
The only reason that the TheWhiteBowser sat through this whole podcast was that he was promised payment at the end of it, which Kiwi did not own up to. However, just a week later, Bowser agreed to come on for another episode. However, the stakes in this one were much higher. Due to the slander that TheWhiteBowser was throwing at me, I told him that I was going to sue him, and court would be held on the next week's podcast. And because Bowser is Bowser and he doesn't realize how ridiculous this sounds, he came on there and expected to clear his name fully in the courts. Oh, and by the way, remember way earlier in this video when I mentioned that Bowser brought up a trans person that my community apparently went after? Well, that person just greeted Bowser at the end of the last video we watched. That person's name is Cow Wrangler, and Cow Wrangler will become a massive part of this story as they basically become Earl's boogeyman for the rest of it. Other characters in that call include Liquid Chris, who showed up just to lampoon Bowser, and also to accuse him of collaborating with Cyrax, kind of like Bowser did to me. Now, if you're really confused as to why Cyrax is such a prevalent part of this story, around the time all this was going on, myself and Kiwi mainly focused on videos relating to Cyrax. That's why he's such a fixture here, with Bowser getting compared to him and associated with him when Bowser really had nothing to do with the guy. People were just messing with him. However, Bowser took this so seriously that he felt that during a break at work, he needed to go into the bathroom and record a video stressing how much he's not associated with Chance Wilkins, aka Cyrax.
Alright, we're gonna record this video while I'm at work. And while I have less than an hour left on my shift. I do not work with Cyrax. Cyrax is a loser. Cyrax is someone who should be despised. I fucking hate Cyrax. I think Cyrax is a darn loser. Chance Wilkins deserves to be burned at the stake. I do not ever want to be associated with someone like Cyrax. That is the end of it, okay? That is the end of it. I am recording this from a gosh darn bathroom to prove to you all right now that I fucking hate Cyrax. If it is not proof enough that I hate Cyrax, that by me recording this from a grocery store bathroom, I don't really know what is. Here is the thing, guys. Here is the thing. I got a brand new cell phone number. That's right. I got a brand spanking new cell phone number. Brand spanking new. I got a brand spanking new cell phone number. Now, if I truly was buddies with Cyrax, wouldn't he know my brand spanking new cell phone number? He would, wouldn't he? Well, guess what? Cyrax does not know my brand spanking new cell phone number. No, he does not. That's why I am not associated with Cyrax. If I was associated with Cyrax, he would know my brand spanking new cell phone number. He would also know exactly which Kroger store I work at. And you see, once again, I am recording this from a grocery store bathroom 1 hour before my shift ends to prove to all of you I am not associated with a fucking loser like Cyrax. Okay? Now, once again, if I truly was buddies with Cyrax, wouldn't he at least know what my brand new cell phone number is? Yes, he would. But no, he does not know what my brand new cell phone number is, does he? No, he does not. So therefore, I am not associated with a fucking loser like Cyrax. Okay, goodbye. I have to get back to my job.
After this, it was finally time for Bowser to come onto the show once again to face all of his critics in the courtroom setting. The reason that we continued to have Bowser on these streams was to hopefully get him to admit more of this horrible stuff he had done, as he was known to do so when you kept him in somewhere where he could just talk and talk and talk for long periods of time. At the time, nobody else was talking about White Bowser, so all of his predatory actions were something that was just coming to light. I was made aware early on that members of the community had forwarded information on Bowser over to the police, but when nothing was done, people just wanted to see what else Bowser had to admit. And yes, admittedly, we did troll him a little much, maybe way too much in this next video you're about to see. But I think one of the main things that people wanted to see was Bowser in a courtroom setting as if it was a real one. How would he answer questions questions would he just lie under oath. We had Kiwi presiding as the judge, Liquid Chris as my lawyer, some random guy named Howard Newman as Bowser's lawyer, and then we had another lolcow, another known predator named Tony the Black Dragon, who's known for taking pictures of underage girls at a mall. He also had a hard drive full of CP that was found at his house. Tony is also in a wheelchair, but we had him on there just to make sure that one pedo thought this other pedo was a pedo, and oh boy and howdy did he. Even Cow Wrangler makes another appearance to rip into Earl, and all this took place on the final episode of 110 Autism, episode 2.
You know the kind of Koopa who does nothing but bad things and then wonders why his life sucks? Well, that was me. Every time something good happened to me, something bad was always waiting around the corner. Bowser. That's when I realized I had to change. So I made a list of everything bad I've ever done, and one by one, I'm gonna make up for all my mistakes. I'm just trying to be a better person. My name is TheWhiteBowser.
Bowser, if you really think it'd be a better, because I see people in the chat right now saying if Bowser came on with his cam, like I'd be over the moon to donate thousands to him.
Well, yeah, we're up to 140 viewers and we just got started, Bowser. You got a cam up over here.
Hey, there, whoa.
There we are.
Smokey, you're gonna love this. So, do you know how I am supposed to be the retarded one with only 110 IQ? What is the one board game everyone can play to know who is the smarter one in the room? That board game is chess. Whoever can beat me in chess will prove they are smarter than me, and therefore prove they are not as retarded.
I don't know how to play chess, so does that make me stupider than you?
You know that's something that I find a little strange, because chess is supposed to be a well-known game, though.
Well, Bowser, you see, I have a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a Coke plate. Hold up, we have another visitor, Chris Chan. What would you like to say? Welcome. Yeah.
Greetings to our Statue fans. It's me. Yeah.
Oh shit! It appears that our lawyer is here, Bowser.
Yes.
Harold Newman, attorney at law.
Harold Newman.
Harold, thank you for representing me and my co-defendant today.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
All right, so Smokey, what are the grievances you have against my podcast and White Bowser in particular?
Well, it's not, as I said, Kiwi, it's not really against your podcast necessarily. It's against White Bowser here. Because you see, White Bowser, me and my lawyer, Chris, over here, have proven that he is a slanderous pedophile.
Yes.
And he groped a 17-year-old, which he takes no accountability for and acts like it's no big deal. He watches these really creepy anime videos like Tawawa. Hey, Bowser, am I saying that word right? Tawawa?
Tawawa on Monday. Yeah.
Drink. So what we're here to do today is we're basically here to tell Bowser, listen, like all this creepy shit you've been doing, it all ends tonight. And it ends with you giving me $4.5 million.
Fair. So you're saying that he groped a 17-year-old girl at a movie theater, meanwhile you are the one getting called a pedophile.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. Your Honor.
That's pretty damning, Bowser. What do you?
We've already proven she was 18.
But we're legal now. This is legal now.
Smokey, the incident occurred on June 24th, 2021. She was not 17.
Okay, but Bowser, but here's what I wanted to ask you. So, okay, let's just go off the idea, right, that she's not 17. You still groped a girl, right?
It was a mistake, yes.
But you still groped her, though, yes?
Yes.
Court adjourned, or whatever they say. I'm sitting down.
Well, there's if we're building a character with about Mr. Bowser, Bowser,
you're gonna call me a child predator after. Do you want?
Hey,
to...
Bowser, we gotta let the prosecutor go.
You're right.
Mr. Bowser, you claim you're not associated with Cyrax, correct? You've stated that.
I can't be associated with him. He doesn't have my new phone number.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
if you don't have someone's phone number, you can't be associated with him. He doesn't have his phone number. He just got a brand spanking new phone number. How can you expect him to be friends if he doesn't have his phone number? It doesn't add up.
True.
It doesn't.
True.
The age of consent in Michigan is 16. Look it up.
Is it really?
Wow, Bowser, you might have just hit the legal loophole line.
Is it? Hold on.
It is. Look it up.
Is that actually true?
It is.
There is the link. There is the link.
Okay.
So, Bowser, how do you feel about this revelation?
That the age of consent in Michigan is 16, that really surprises me.
You sound really excited.
If I got a brand new cell phone number and I was associated with anyone as heinous and disgusting as Cyrax, then Cyrax would have my brand new cell phone number, but he doesn't, so therefore I can't be associated with him.
Okay,
now,
case closed right there.
Now, also, if you want to try, if you, the prosecution, want to prove I am in discussion with him, you guys have to prove and dig and see if is he on my Discord? Is he on Zoom? You guys have to prove this. You guys have to have screenshots.
Bowser, can I prove it right now?
How?
Do I have your phone number?
No, you don't.
And you're associating with me right now on this call, right?
That's in the time where this happened, we were all putting our hands in the center to do the Power Rangers-esque, fly up, go movie theater. And she didn't want to be in the Power Rangers-esque movies fly up, go movie theater. So she walked the other way, and I wanted her. I guess I didn't know why she was not in the Power Rangers-esque movie theater fly up. So I swung my arm around, and and that's when.
So you were trying to force your way to make her come back to something she didn't want to
Yeah,
do.
that's exactly what I was going to say. So you basically said, "Wow, she's not doing the Power Rangers thing, so I'm going to knock her in the shape."
And I still felt great shame for doing it. First, I apologized to her face, and then I sent her a letter of apology. But both times, I always still
What was her
feel
response?
incredible.
What was her response?
She just said, I think we should move on from it because it's not healthy to dwell on these things.
Hearsay.
I have to let my lawyer speak for me because my lawyer's not even defending me right now.
Harold, in these situations, isn't he supposed to talk with me, right? Isn't that right?
I believe so, yeah. Mr. Doobie,
Bowser,
you do realize that I'm not charging
predator.
anything for
We're
this,
holy
right? You realize...
shit, Yonder Wizard. What the fuck? But Bowser, you are a predator.
I am not.
Definitely a predator.
My client may be a lot of things, but just because he's a Catholic doesn't make him a predator.
Happy accident. I think he's referring to you groping your coworker.
It wasn't a happy accident. It was a.
Bowser, you know very well that after you groped her, you went home and you were like, "Oh my god!"
I was not. I didn't even know what happened.
Objection. You have no evidence to prove that.
I didn't even know what happened. I was in a little bit of panic and distress, thinking like, okay, what did I just do? What just happened? I was thinking really hard, going like, because I had no memory back then of what just happened when that happened, because my mind was like my mind was at a complete blank. So I was thinking like, what just happened? What's going on?
Now, Bowser, I want you to be honest with me. Was what you were thinking at the time like, oh my god, I don't want to get in trouble for this?
No, I didn't know what happened at the time until I was told what happened.
But if it was such a big fucking situation, how would you not know what happened? Like, I assumed
because my mind was at a blank when it did happen.
But you can't make that.
The rush of adrenaline can make people think very strange things. I feel you of all people should know that having your house pretty good.
I thought he was scared. I mean, I know scared brings adrenaline too, but if he was scared, it would be he was scared to get in trouble. If he was excited, it would be he's excited because he touched that girl. The point I'm just trying to make is you say you have blind rage and you don't remember what you did. So what's to say you're not just going to get mad one day and just do this shit and, I don't remember.
Whoa, who was that?
That's Tony the Black Dragon.
Is
he one of your witnesses? Dragon. What is this?
He's had a lot to
say White Bowser, I heard you like running your mouth on me.
Yeah, everyone else
I've never talked about you.
Don't give me that crap.
What? I've never made a single video on you.
Oh yeah, okay, sure.
Who are you?
You know who he is.
Tony the Black Dragon?
Tony, he wants to play cute. He knows who you are.
Yeah. Don't give me that crap.
Tell him what's in store, Tony. Tell him what the future holds.
Well, Earl, it all depends on you. You want to be nice to me? I'll be nice to you.
I don't want to
If
be nice
you,
because I don't know
if
you.
you, not, yes, you do. Don't give me that crap because
Why would I want to
I've
be nice
heard,
to you if I don't know who you
I've
are?
heard stories that you made a video calling the Black Dragon a fake.
He did. He
Whoa,
did.
I'm gonna show that video right now because hold on. Oh, that's the wrong thing.
No, don't you show any videos up here, Earl. You stay cammed up. We know what video you're talking about. Earl, don't you present nothing.
Earl,
Come on.
look at Tony staring right in your fucking
Earl.
soul, bro.
Do you believe the White Bowser is a pedophile as he groped a minor and had a underage child in his Discord all to himself?
Well, first of all, according to Michigan state law, that was not a minor.
Objection. I would like to hear Tony's. Do you think that the White Bowser's a pedophile after all that we've talked about, Tony? After all we've discussed?
I don't see why
the cartoons that he watches, and if he gets his jolly up on those cartoons, then yes.
Would you like to explain how you watch Chihuahua dry now? What is it watching Chihuahua wet, Earl? Describe watching Chihuahua wet to Tony.
I don't want to talk to a creep like Tony.
Wow.
Wow, you're gonna call. Okay, Tony, what do you think of that, Tony? Like,
it's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
You should go in the same boat as Chance Wilkins.
A bunch of my friends at university watch that all together.
Nobody should be watching.
All of us watched it. All like freaking 5 guys in one dorm.
Wow, really?
Together. What is that? Is there a problem with
Bowser? You're admitting that you were in a pedophile ring in college?
Guess what? One of those people now has a wife and 2 daughters, and he lives a perfectly normal life. And he watched Freezing together with all of us. That is not that. It's not incriminating to watch cartoons. Cartoons are not pedophilia, you idiots.
Earl is an apex regard predator in the kids pool. Have you ever been in a kids pool, Earl? That's kind of.
I haven't really gone swimming in. Ray rarely writes in red. 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 Oh, everyone watches these kinds of cartoons. What the frick are you talking about?
Bowser, not everyone.
I wouldn't say everyone. That's a pretty sweeping generalization.
Yeah, that's very generalizing, Mr.
How does that prove anything? How does it prove if I watch a certain type of cartoon?
You are trying to normalize pedophilia.
The fact of the matter is this, Bowser. It's not that everyone watches it and that makes everyone else weird. It's the fact that you had a group of pedophile ring friends in college that all watched this creepy shit.
None of them are pedophiles, though. You all watch this.
Mr. Doobie, if I may. Was there anything else that you guys did besides just watching these videos? Did you?
No, we just watched the anime and enjoyed it. We watched all the anime together. We enjoyed it.
Describe enjoying it.
Did you sell or distribute any of them, or?
No, we did. They're anime. They're available to everyone.
And at the end of last week's video, you said that this stuff disgusted you. So now you're saying that you enjoyed it. Awesome. Just remember that.
First of all,
is it cold there?
Now you're gonna have to prove that everyone in that room is a pet. You are trying to square everyone in just
they
because
are all your friends.
They are not. They're my.
All your friends are pedophiles, and you're a pedophile.
You
that doesn't make him a pedophile just because he watches a cartoon.
They are cartoons.
Maybe morally ambiguous.
They are
ambiguous,
cartoons, you idiot.
Bowser, do you want to fuck these cartoons?
No.
Bowser, so I want to ask this right now, right? You've admitted before that you jerk off to these things. Don't even say you have.
How does me jerking off to them?
No, please let me finish.
I want to fuck them.
Please let me finish.
They are cartoons. That's not the same thing.
Bowser,
jerking off to something and wanting to fuck something isn't the same thing.
But yes, the fuck it is, because what are you thinking when you're doing that? What do
you want to know? What the last time I masturbated was? I masturbated like 2 fucking years ago.
I can't get it up anymore. But listen, here's the thing.
No, I just find masturbation to be a waste of time. I do.
Bowser, actually, that brings me to another question. Hold up. Are you a virgin?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
But I find masturbation to be a waste of time.
So you're telling me that when you get wet for freezing or Chihuahua, That you're not thinking about having sex with these underage girls that you see on camera, or
No,
is it like a sort of involuntary emission, or
not even in the slightest. First and foremost, if you want to hear my honest, true opinion on masturbation, I think it is a waste of time in which you can do much more productive things with your time rather than just jacking off. Like you can do.
You've masturbated in the last 2 years. Come on, I'm your co-host. Come on.
Okay,
you've
Yeah,
lying again.
You're right. 2
So
years
you
ago,
lied
I
again in
masturbated.
court. That's another federal offense.
Oh, I masturbated 2 years ago. So
No. And Earl, you've had to have masturbated to these pictures because you said you got nude pictures on your computer of these fucking characters.
They're cartoons, but still.
But why would you have nude pictures of cartoons on your computer if you're not getting wet to them?
If you admitted to masturbating to these pictures, you are sexually aroused by them, and they are minors. What does that make you?
that doesn't make them anything because they're just pictures. They're not real
Harold,
minors, and that means a lot coming from
Are you defending
seeing what we found out
pedophilia?
about you.
Can I ask my question to Smokey now?
Of course you can, Earl.
Chihuahua on a Monday is about to
drink.
Yes, Chihuahua on a Monday is about a Chihuahua on a Monday is about a 16-year-old who can fit into a K-cup bra. This is what the anime or fictional cartoon revolves around. Now, I want to know from Smokey's depraved mindset how they think a 16-year-old can fit into a K-cup bra in reality in the real world. How the fuck does Smokey know that a real 16-year-old can fit into a K-cup bra?
Okay, let me
That
answer,
is seriously disturbing if Smokey claims that can be real in our world.
Okay, Bowser, let me explain this. Number one, it's disgusting to even think of a 16-year-old in her bra and bra size, so I'm not going to think of that, you fucking
I want to know from you. I want to know
Why
from
would
you.
I think of that? I'm not a fucking weirdo.
How do you know?
I think you are.
How do you know? How do you know that you think in reality, Smokey? How do you know? How do you think in reality, in the real world, Smokey, that a 16-year-old can fit into a K-cup bra? How do you think that is reality, Smokey? How do you think that's reality in our world, Smokey, that a 16-year-old can fit into a K-cup bra? All it is cartoons. And do you know? Do you want to know the extent of the cyberbullying, the harassment? You have sent people on tendencies, Smokey. Your fan base has done that.
Bowser, you told one of my members in my chat.
Hearsay.
You told one of my members in my chat.
Yes,
It's
it
not
is.
hearsay.
You don't have proof of that.
We do have proof of that.
Show it then.
Show it.
Show it.
Show it.
Show it.
So, Bowser, why do you want to complain about cyberbullying? Once again, you did tell people in my chat that you support veterans.
I don't support it.
No Mags with the 20. I am also a witness to this joke issue. I have a witness testimony and am willing to testify against this freak for immunity. Well, that's
great, I guess.
That's your response, Earl?
I have to be in bed in like half an hour, okay?
Earl, we have 800 people watching.
But I have to be in bed in half an hour.
Harold, is that cool with you knowing that your client has pictures of cartoon underage women on his computer?
Well, personally, as a Catholic, I think it's very morally ambiguous, but it isn't breaking any sort of U.S. law.
But Earl, aren't you a Catholic?
They're cartoons. You're trying to grant something that does not exist, humanitarian rights. That doesn't work.
And you want to fuck that thing?
No, I don't.
Yes,
you said you masturbated to it.
You have no proof I want to fuck them.
You just
Wouldn't that be considered adultery?
Has ever masturbated to something that they don't want to fuck?
I did.
So you just masturbate to like pumpkins and shit when you're walking down the street? It's everything turns you on?
I can masturbate to anything I want to. Bowser, it's not whether the characters have rights or not. It's the heavy implication that you had arousal at these fictional cartoon characters.
No, you said at these characters. You cannot misread the donations, Bowser.
These cartoons, while it's not technically illegal, it shows heavy signs of potential predation. It's not right.
That's so true, Rat King.
All right, but
no,
still not a predator.
You definitely are.
You say potential as if it's a catch-all when it's not, because I'm not a predator.
Bowser, Bowser. Yo, Bowser.
What?
You're a predator. Yo, you ever remember that kid who used to do the songs of lip syncing with 50 Cent, Keenan Cahill? He just passed away, rest in peace. But Bowser, you look like an older version of him.
I said, what fandoms are you part of?
r/anime music videos. That's about it.
Okay, why is there a pony from My Little Pony behind you?
Oh my God! Really?
Because I like Rainbow Dash.
Oh my. Okay, there you go.
You're a fucking brony, Bowser?
I like Rainbow Dash. She's my
So you're a
favorite.
Pedophile.
Now, hold on. Mr. Bowser, do you happen to have a jar with you?
But at the time, what I said to him was, if you ever attempt ever again, I will be the one to put you in the hospital and make sure you stay there and get treated for your suicidal tendencies. You won't do a damn thing because I'll punch you in the face so hard that you'll be bloody and you'll be in the hospital too.
So you'll assault a suicidal person.
I mean, they're already so emotionally on edge because they just tried to kill themselves.
But my logic at the time, the only logic I had to that entire situation was, what hell is worse? Someone who is paralyzed from the neck down, or someone who kills themselves and therefore leaves their entire family in a hell of their own making.
You're fucking evil, bro.
Everybody, why don't you talk to Tony? Tony is paralyzed. Tony is in a wheelchair.
But that's what they do, though. That's what they do at a hospital to stop people from killing themselves. They
punch them in the fucking face.
No, they strap them up and hold them down so they can't hurt themselves. That's what they do in a hospital. And yes, they do hurt people in hospitals. They do sedate them with.
That's not the same as being paralyzed, though, from the neck down. It's just being restrained.
Well, that's fair. Well, I personally feel that being paralyzed from the neck down is not as bad of a hell as yourself and then leaving your entire family and all your friends in a complete and utter miserable hell of your own making, because you put everyone you ever know and loved in hell because you yourself. That is a worse hell than being paralyzed, I feel.
Bowser, I get your logic here, but I want you to realize something. You just said paralyzed from the neck down. Now, Tony may be from the waist down, but someone in this very call right now is paralyzed from the waist down. It seems like you're just like making light of it.
I'm not. If it is true that Tony is paralyzed from the
Bowser,
waist
he's
down,
literally in a wheelchair right now. Look at his.
Then I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have to deal with that, but I feel
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
But would you be fine with it if someone did it to you?
I've accepted my disability. Do I let that get to me? No.
But people like him, when he wants to talk shit, how's that make you feel when people like him are talking shit, Tony?
I'm not talking shit about anyone. All I'm doing is expressing my logic. The logic I am expressing is that yes, the hell Tony is in is hell, and that is awful. But it is not as bad as yourself and then putting everyone you know and love in a hell of your own make.
Your response, Tony?
It doesn't make sense to me.
That's
what doesn't make sense at all.
Because I was like, what? Are you saying that people are that have disabilities would rather kill themselves?
No, that is not what I'm saying at all. I am saying, first of all, Tony, the hell you are in is awful, and I am sorry you are in
I'm not in hell. I don't feel like I'm in hell.
Hey, I still found it to be disgusting when I found out I did it.
You did it.
Yes, I know, and I felt shame for it.
Once again, it's about you. No one cares about how you feel. How did she feel? Bowser, you're being asked simple questions, and you want to dance around it. We all know you groped this girl. We all know it was
Prove it, Abe.
Yes.
Okay. That's all I need to hear. Cool. Tony, you have anything to say to Bowser after he submitted that it was intentional that he groped that girl?
It wasn't intentional at all. It was an accident. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about you groped her.
You are a drug addict loser. It was a fucking accident.
It was not an accident.
Yes,
it was not an accident.
He
It was not an
demonstrated with the
accident.
arm movements beyond a shadow of a doubt that it was an accident.
Yes,
It was
we
not an
do.
accident.
Well, that's your problem to believe.
Well, no,
what
it's-
that is your problem, Smokey.
Bowser, that is your problem.
drug-
You purposely grabbed her.
I did not. It was an accident.
You
and
said
that-
you purposely grabbed her
It
shoulder.
is your problem to believe that. I know.
You
what
admitted
happened.
it. You told the
wasn't-
truth.
It was an accident. Yes, that is the truth.
That's not the truth.
Well, that's your
Bowser,
problem.
like 2
That
minutes
is
ago, you
your
said
problem
you
to
did it
believe.
on purpose. You said
I never did it on purpose.
Yes, you did.
Between the black dragon and the Kamehameha, maybe they can wipe the dragon off the face of the internet. Oh yeah, somebody requested, Chris, that you Kamehameha right now, TheWhiteBowser.
He's not worth the time.
He's not worth the time. Oh, damn.
Mr. Tom, is he worth your time?
No.
Bowser, if you're having thoughts and fantasies of being in relations with canonically 15 and 16-year-old girls, that's concern.
I've never had.
Let me finish.
Sorry.
Then that's concerning, even if it's fiction or not. You find them attractive at their age.
I want to know how you think it's real that a 16-year-old can wear a K-cup bra. How do you think that's real in the real world, all of you? How do you think that's real?
So you go around looking... No, hold up. So you determine the age of a woman by the size of her tits?
No, I do not.
Well, what do you... Well, then your argument makes no...
I want to know how
It's a bit of a
you
sweeping
determine
generalization.
that. I want to know how you determine that.
What's your .com sent $5 Canadian. Big ups, Kiwi, Smokey, and Chris. This guy needs to be put in his place. Damn,
Bowser,
not a...
you notice how none of these donations have been in support of you, bro?
I was about to say.
I don't.
That's
care.
not great.
I don't care that they're not supporting me. I don't care.
Yeah, because if everyone else in the world is wrong, but you, Bowser, you're right with your 110 IQ.
I don't care who they are, so they don't matter to me.
I'll read these for us, Bowser.
Every time it gets Earl called something, there's someone coming. Oh, that's okay. That's kind of.
You do bring it up a lot, Earl.
You do.
Yeah, well, that's
And you make fun of it a lot, and you think it's a joke.
I do not think it's a
You
joke.
do.
at
You
all.
really do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Common Earl L.
Read this one for us here, Bows.
Bowser, you say is bad and worse than Tony's situation, but you told my friends I never said.
Yes, you
that.
did. Yes, you did.
When did I say?
Bowser, we have this.
We have this.
All right,
We
dude,
have the.
you
chat.
haven't shown one screenshot, and you keep asking for screenshots. Like, Bowser, you
general
said that
chat.
in my general chat.
Yeah.
No, I never did.
Yes, you did.
What? Like? What? When?
Remember Weeb Trash? Remember how
Bowser, you
Weeb
admitted
Trash...
to it last week and apologized. How the fuck don't you remember?
Yeah, but there's no screenshots of
This
any
is his
of it.
blind
Okay,
rage.
You admitted to it, but since there's no screenshots, you're not going to acknowledge it. You are.
Blind
But,
rage.
but it's not true. It's not.
But you
true.
did it. What the
That's
fuck?
hearsay.
You
No, I
admitted to
didn't do
last
it.
week.
I apologized to Weed Trash, and I said, listen, I'm sorry for what I said, but it's not who I am anymore.
Yeah, but you admitted that you said it though.
All right, we're
I
going to
don't
move
remember
on.
saying it.
And don't let this man play dumb. He really did say these things, went on to apologize, and then when the guy he was talking to asked Bowser to give a more in-depth apology and explain why he was sorry, Bowser just told him, "Shut up, I need to go to bed." Kind of like how he ended this podcast here. Dude is the absolute worst.
I was the chicken at the Henry Ford mental health facility.
Chicken? I don't know what he's talking about.
Have you heard of apartheid, Mr. Doobie?
What is apartheid?
Basically segregation in South Africa.
I think Polly wants to know how the chicken was at the Henry Ford mental health facility.
I don't think I'm allowed to talk about
Was it any good?
I'm not permitted to say
If you were
it.
to rate it out of like 1 being very bad,
You're under
10
oath.
being- Yeah, you're under oath. You gotta rate.
I don't care if I'm under oath or not. I can't say anything about what you're talking about.
You can get locked
They're gonna
up
come
if
to
you
his
lie
door.
under
Yeah,
oath.
they're gonna come to his door tomorrow and be like, "What the fuck did you say about our chicken? Like, our chicken is lit here."
Hello, gentlemen.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
You know, that is Cow Wrangler,
I'm
the
muting
White
myself.
Bowser.
Okay.
And this is one of our best witnesses, and I think that he has a little something to tell you here tonight, or maybe a couple things to tell you.
I'm not interested in anything she has to say.
They paid very well to be here, Bowser.
Mr. Dubé, you may think that Smokey here does not have a decent case for libel, but he does in fact, because of your repeated slander against himself and his community that has caused repeated harm. You see, Smokey's main revenue stream comes from YouTube. It comes from being online, and unlike you, he can actually make a career out of it. So when you're repeatedly saying things like, oh, I don't know, members of his community are spreading CP in your Discord even though they're not, when you're saying things like he's a pedophile, and when you're saying things like everyone here is a drug addict, you're just blatantly
But
false.
it's true. A lot of them,
No.
a lot of them are drug addicts.
Bowser, you're actually going to let me continue my statement because I'm here to make this statement, and I don't have a ton of time. So I'm going to continue this, okay? Bowser, you have fucked over people's lives because of your words, and you keep doing it over and over, and then you cry when people call you out about it. I mean,
I don't care about your life.
I told you you're going to let me continue my statement, Bowser, okay? Okay, thank you for that. So one of your big parts of Catholicism is being honest.
Your life is sad, boring, and disgusting.
Bowser, the only one that's disgusting is the guy that gropes little girls and gets off to anime porn. So, and you just continue this lie and this grandeur of thinking of yourself as some big IT tech AMV maker, but you're really not. You're sad. You're pathetic. You will get nowhere in life.
Well, you're not getting nowhere. You're not getting anywhere in life either.
Well, you may like to think that, Bowser, because you think that anyone that isn't you is going to, fail in life.
He's playing dumb to make himself, look innocent.
He's not just playing dumb, Chris. He is stupid. He's blatantly stupid. His 110 IQ is a lie that his mother told him because she wanted him to feel special.
No,
Hello,
Bowser gets through life using religion and a false bravado of genius that he does not have the capability to reach. He also gets through with life, sexualizing little girls. I mean, your Kabayashi bragging maid.
That's an anime
about
music video.
Chihuahua. Oh, and did you know, by the way, Bowser, it actually is illegal in several states to look at computer-generated images of underage girls in sexualized situations.
They're cartoons.
Yeah, that is true, TheWhiteBowser.
Look up child laws in Michigan. Okay,
they are cartoons.
It's still the law. You're breaking it.
The law is pretty. Honestly, I did do a little digging into this for my roles.
You want
Earl, for
all my friends that watched it too, all my friends.
Earl,
they broke the law. They blatantly broke the law. So look up Michigan State child laws, Bowser, and you're going to find all the information there. Okay. I know it may be a little hard for you because you clearly have no hearing comprehension, so I doubt your reading comprehension is great.
I doubt your comprehension in general.
Bowser, you are a child and you can't even make a decent point against me. Bowser, you would Bowser, you would legally be considered a pedophile.
Bowser, you keep can I say one thing? You keep saying she was 18, but what you don't say is I never groped her because you actually groped a woman, which should be the big.
I've already said that I did.
You sexually assaulted someone, Bowser.
Yes, I did.
You sexually assaulted someone, Bowser.
Yes, I did.
You sexually assaulted someone. Bowser.
Yes, I did.
Bowser.
Yes, I did.
Okay, thanks.
I felt great shame for it, and I was disgusted that I did it. Yes.
Yeah, it's about you, bro. It's not about her. It's about you. It's about
I apologized to her twice.
Mr. Bowser, I just want to make this statement. Do you recall last stream where you blamed the victims of suicide for your actions?
Wait, blame the victims?
Yeah, remember when you told an actual veteran who was crying about his friends committing that you supported veteran suicide right to his face?
I do not support veteran suicide.
Except you said that you did, Bowser. Mr. Bowser, you said you did.
I don't support it. And you don't.
What have you done to actually aid suicide prevention then?
Nothing.
What have you actually done with receipts?
Nothing.
I haven't had the time yet.
What am I looking at? I'm not very smart, Bowser.
You're not very smart. Obviously, you're not, because someone just said you are baiting me right now.
You wanted to start this podcast. The last week, do you even know the amount of shit I have had to take on your behalf to even be associated with you, Bowser?
He does have a point. You did get a lot of hate comments.
I have so many people calling me a chomo.
What's a
Oh,
challenge?
jeez, really?
I have to go to bed and I have to take my medication.
Rage quit.
What the fuck is wrong with you? They're just cartoons. What the
Except
hell is
Bowser,
wrong
according
with
to
you?
Michigan state law, computer-generated sexualized underage children are actually considered child. So
No,
how about
they're
you take
not.
a... Yes,
No,
they are. I
they're
can
not.
post the link in the chat right now, you stupid motherfucker.
Oh, well, I'm not even gonna look at your stupid motherfucking link. They are
They do.
fictional. They aren't.
Look at the laws.
They do
Look at the
not
law that I
exist.
just posted,
You
Bowser.
want to-
Computer-generated AI, even if the children aren't real, is considered child pornography. So how about you just
It's
look
not
at that and
computer
think,
generated. It's cartoons. It's not
Bowser,
computer generated.
how do you think
It's
they make
cartoons.
cartoons?
They draw them.
How do you think they make modern anime?
They draw it.
You know what 90% of it is? It is computer generated.
No, it's also drawn, you idiot. It's
And drawn
drawn.
CP also counts as CP. So how about
No, it
you just look at
doesn't.
the law
It's
I posted instead of
cartoons.
dancing around the circle? I know that
I'm
you
not-
want to deny
I'm
that
not
you're
gonna-
really bad, and personally I think it's really sad because you're never going to get
You're
anywhere
really
in life. You're
sad.
never going to have
You're
children, even
fucking
though you have such
sad
an
and
obsession
you're
with fucking...
fucking disgusting. You're
How?
fucking
How
sad
are we sad and disgusting, Bowser? How?
because you're a cow. That's why. That's why you're disgusting.
Oh
'cause
my
you're a
god.
fucking cow.
Your friend pretends to be a skunk.
Look at this. I have another
Bowser,
person.
no, he's
I have
not. He's
another
the guy
person
that you
coming to
pay.
my defense right now. Yes, I know.
Bowser, you just
These
don't have any
are
friends. I'm
idiots.
sorry.
I have to deal with.
Prove it.
I am
Prove it.
sorry you are watching.
Bowser, can I ask you something? Did you watch so you said earlier you were like in Smokey's Meet the Lolcow video, I said this, and that what you said, I think it was about like the Chihuahua or whatever, was like 60 minutes into the video. So you said previously you didn't watch the video. So did you watch my video on you?
No, I didn't.
So, but how did you see what was in there 14 minutes into it?
I didn't watch 14 minutes at all. I just saw like the first
Smokey, he did watch it. He's too big of a man baby
I
to
saw the
go
first
away without
5
anyone
seconds,
judging him.
and I reported your video. I just sent Kiwi.
Oh, so you falsely flagged a video on YouTube then?
You
falsely flagged it.
I just sent
you falsely
Kiwi.
flagged a video that was completely factual.
You sent me some
because
stuff,
everything you had
Bows?
in there was
Yeah, I
factual.
sent. I have
So
sent.
Bowser, how about you stop?
I will take a look. I'll take a look. Just keep talking. I'll look at it, Bowser.
So Bowser, you reported my documentary on you that had everything factual in it?
It's all. Oh, look at this person saying straight up. Gotta be honest with them, and you don't get them to post the proof. They won't do it. They got.
Oh my god! I literally
Call
posted
them
the
out
child
on it.
pornography laws. You just won't look at them
put
because
the
you're a
proof
little
in
bitch.
chat literally 2 minutes ago, and you said I
am reading DMs of someone calling you out. You guys.
Who, Bowser?
I gave the screenshots to Kiwi, but he's not reading them, so he's at fault.
Bowser, Cow Wrangler gave the screenshots to you, and you're not reading them.
Yeah, I think that's it. Bowser, I just want you to know, I do not like you. You are a pedophile. You are everything that these people call you. And the fact that they started that you came to me and wanted to start a podcast with me, knowing the kind of shit that I cover, is fucking hilarious. And if you think that you're ever going to talk to me again, or you're going to get anything out of me, well, you're going to be waiting for quite a few chihuahuas on a Monday. We'll put it like that. I'm never talking to you again. This podcast is never getting another episode. What about payment?
Yeah, and what about payment?
That's it. That was Autism 110. Thank you guys for stopping by.
So a few things that I think need to be said after all of you watching that video. One being that Bowser was never paid a dime. He was always promised payment, but in the end the rug was always pulled out from under him, because our community would never in any way, form, or fashion pay or support this pedophile. Then we also have Tony the Black Dragon. Now in that call you may have thought we were really cordial with him, and because he was going against Bowser we were just using it to fuck with Bowser, but don't worry, just a few weeks later we had Tony screaming at us as well as we stole his Black Dragon moniker and gave it to everybody in our community. After this podcast, Bowser swore to never talk to us again. He would threaten lawsuits and say that, cartoons aren't real kids and always defend his terrible actions, and he tried his hardest to get out of all the troll community bullshit that he had gotten himself into. Now, one of the most important things to remember is that around this time, he was just making videos on his own channel called The Diary of the TheWhiteBowser, which were, for the most part, very, very boring. But as the series progresses, you're going to see just how outlandish these videos got. But for today, that's about all I have for you. If you made it this far, I must thank you for doing so, but just know this is not even close to the end of the TheWhiteBowser story. The more we go on, the crazier it's going to get, so I hope you guys stay on the ride. And for now, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a safe rest of your day, and pretty soon, part 2 will be dropping. So until then, have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all later. Take care.